on the rookies at the end of the season, and we looked at his numbers, bro.
His numbers is good. Like, he got some damn good numbers for a rookie.
It's a trip how narratives get out there because man, this kid is.
If they wouldn't have put so much on him, though, coming in, Ragu, I think that narrative looks that bad on him. When you hype him the way you do and say he's gonna have a better season than CJ did last year, and next coming to Mahomes, I mean, you put that out there. So the scrutiny is gonna come if you don't live up to that. Especially when you have as much offensive help as you do as a number one pick. I don't think we've ever seen that.
You know what, man? I can't dispute what you're saying on that. Get your ass out there. You're talking about
All right, what up, what up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show. We are politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC. And as you can see, we got a full house today, man. We got my wonderful brothers, co-hosts, OGs, mentors, all that good spit, man. We all in the building today. Think all different fan bases representation today. You know what I'm saying? So everybody gonna get they shine. You know what I'm saying? But first off, just want to thank y'all for tuning in the way y'all have been. Make sure y'all continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate that. So let's get to it, man. We got a very loaded episode today, man. We're gonna cover all the teams that missed it by a hair, that missed it by a mile, the teams that need Jesus, the teams that are looking like Super Bowl contenders officially, all that spit, man. We're going to give it all to you. And
pause.
That here we go. Wouldn't be an all grind episode, huh? One of those within the first 2 minutes. But let's get to it anyway, man. First off, we got the YouTube sensation, as you just heard him right now. My guy, one of my OGs, my mentors, go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac. My guy, Raider Ragu, in the building.
Just win, baby.
Yes, sir. The next up, we got one of our familiar, unfamiliar faces. One of my young guns. One of the most brilliant sports minds I know, period. My guy, Jay Will, in the building.
What's good, man? Ready to talk football. Let's go. Not Colts, though, but football.
Nigga, we covering it all today. Ain't nobody safe. The next up.
Apparently Isaiah is.
We got I mean, you know, it's only so much heartache you can take. You feel me? He needs a mental health.
Hey, man, slow up.
The next up, we got the official big bro of the All Grind Sports Show. Our guy Marvin Coop in the building.
What up, homies? Good to see y'all.
What up, Coop?
Yes, sir.
Good to see you as well.
They see. Jay Will just saw you yesterday. Dre just saw you yesterday.
I ain't seen you in a minute, Coop.
I know, man. It's been a minute, Ragu. What's up? Well, I know
the family reunion today, huh?
Mr. Vikings over here, but it's good to see him.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to this too. So Coop already tried to blast my guy, man.
Hey, I'm happy to see you.
We got some mini Minnesota representation in the building today. We got my guy GA back in the building. Man, what's going on? Long time no see.
Long time no see, but right on time. Top of the playoffs.
Yes, sir. I heard that.
He said
you the enemy this week, though. Just know that. But
yeah, we
appreciate you pulling up.
We're gonna get into
it. And then last but not least, we got my youngin from the So Icy gang, tatted like a biker gang. My guy Andre, the sports junkie.
I mean, I can't be the only one hyped because it's Podcast
Tuesday.
Let's fucking go.
Yes,
man,
sir.
Tuesday feels like it'd be taking forever.
And we only got, I think we got one more. We got one more Tuesday until it's no more Tuesdays for the summer. So, you know, just trying to take it all in, pause, while we can. So Yeah, that being said, man, we're gonna start off with all the non-playoff teams. But considering that we just had some breaking news literally right before we got on the show, we'll go ahead and start with that team.
What
So
breaking news would that be, sir?
some follow from burners type shit. You know what I'm saying? um,
Is that
so
right?
the non-playoff team that we will start with is the Las Vegas Raiders. And before we get into the ins and outs or what needs to be done this summer and all that shit, we have the shocking, or at least to most of us here, I would say, the shocking firing of AP. They announced he was let go. I think Dre put it in the chat, and like I literally searched it up and didn't see Spit to where it was like I guess that fresh. And I seen something saying that Davis was thinking about it or was gonna sleep on it or something like that. And that was the last news I seen. So I thought he was cool, but apparently ultimately they decided to go ahead and let him go after one season. So I'll let Ragu, you wanna take this on first, or you wanna let everybody get their thoughts and then chime? How you wanna do it? I'll let you choose, man. This your guy,
Well,
this your squad.
yeah. Man, I'll go first. Y'all can talk about it after I finish.
Gotcha.
I don't know where to start. It's a lot to unpack. I thought because he had made it to Tuesday that they was gonna actually, keep him around, bro. Let him make some changes and go from there. Everybody knows it was injuries. They know our quarterback situation wasn't ideal. And I'm not even be calling people trash and all that. I'm just saying we didn't have the best roster to begin with, and then we had injuries as we went along. Devontae Adams situation happened.
Right.
Also, as it came out late in the season, like those last few games, I think AP wanted to go with O'Connell and end up going with Minshew because of economic pressure from up top. All right. They didn't bring Josh back. All kinds of stuff that wasn't AP's fault. They wouldn't give Kingsbury the contract he wanted. He ended up going with this Luke Getsy guy who really, I think, ended up getting him fired. Or, bro, as this season went along, Mark Davis sold chunks of the team to Tom Brady, Richard Seymour, and this other investor. He got about $1 billion in cash for that. All right? When you get $1 billion in cash, all right, you didn't give AP anything but a 2-year contract, and you lowballed him because he was a first-time head coach. So you didn't give him no serious money. And then you got this $1 billion in cash because everybody was talking about how the Raiders are worth a lot of money now, but that's just net worth. That's not cash in hand for Mark Davis. You understand what I'm saying? So he sold them chunks of the team to get that cash to pay off McDaniels, who he gave a 6-year contract to. People don't remember that shit. He gave John Gruden a 10-year joint.
I remember that.
Right? He got to pay off all that. You understand? And then be attractive for free agents. Hey, as a businessman, bro, you got $1 billion deals in the works months before they're actually happening, right? What I mean is you don't just wake up and say, let me call this billionaire dude and see if he want to do this deal. Y'all been working on this. My position on it is they used AP, bro. This was a transition year while Mark Davis got his money right. The fans was hollering for AP. He pleased us. Let him go ahead and do, have the coaching job for a minute. Didn't give him anything he wanted, starting from the offensive coordinator to the quarterback right off the bat, and then with Josh Jacobs as well, and then blamed everything on him, bro, and got him up out of here. That's what I feel like.
So there was rumors that he was going over everything with Brady about the future of that situation. How heavy do you think that weighed on it, or do you think he was gone regardless?
Brady? Yeah, if going by what I just said, bro, Brady didn't have nothing to do with it. This was Mark. Him and Brady might have talked about this beforehand, before the transaction with Brady was actually even done. They might have talked about this year using it as a transition year, because I'm telling you, man, Mark didn't have the cash. And when you fire coaches, bro, those contracts are guaranteed.
Yep.
You have to pay these guys to go home. You can't just say you're fired and then void the contract. If you guys remember, shout out to my big bro, there is a famous video of Al Davis when he fired Lane Kiffin. And he was like, I fired him for calls. And the reason why he was saying that is if you fire somebody for calls, then you don't have to pay. But if you just decide, bro, this is not how I thought it was going to go, I'm going to go ahead and relieve you of your duties, then you owe money.
Yeah, and I was about to say that's why Gruden did what he did and just got up out of there, right? Because if they would have fired him for the scandal, then they wouldn't have had to pay him. But because he resigned himself, he saved himself for that, right?
Exactly. And it was from some bull crap that happened outside the organization before he signed his contract. So he didn't do anything to void his contract. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just bad press for the Raiders, and they had to fire him. So he owes John Gruden. He owes Josh McDaniel. He owes Dave Ziegler.
Damn.
He's paying all these people, bro. And then you want to be attractive for free agents, right? You got to pay signing bonuses to guys now. So he got himself right. He got his money right, cash-wise. And he used AP in the transition year with a turd roster. And I'm not calling any pro guys trash, but the team is young, the team is small, and the team is not good. And they use my man. Now they're going to go forward with a taller coach, and they're going to open up you understand? They're going to do it right now with the taller coach. That's all I'm saying.
So my non-Raider guys, talk to me, man. What's y'all immediate thoughts when y'all heard the news?
I ain't believe it. At first, I'm like, for real? For what? We just wasting people's time now?
Like what exactly did you expect with the cards he was dealt?
Like you couldn't give him another year. You just had to fucking fire him right then and there. Yet you'll give guys like McDaniels, you'll give them chance after chance. I'm not getting
big effing facts.
I just don't get
it. He had a way more like anticipated roster that was supposed to do something than AP did.
He had players willing to run through a wall for him, and they've said that during conferences. It wasn't AP's fault.
Has Ragu, have you, because I know you followed him extensively, has there been any chirps of him possibly losing the locker room at some point or something like that?
No, not at all. Even at the after the game, guys got interviewed just Sunday, saying how they were still with him and how they was happy he hung in there with them and how he never quit on them and how they didn't quit on him, bro. So it wasn't.
Wow. Ragu, then you said it. You pretty much said it right then and there at the end of your sentence. Like, I guess he just wasn't tall enough. Like, and that's crazy because they've given McDaniels chance after chance after chance, and then 1 year and he's done. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, with all the shit that happened, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they used him as a transition year. And if they get to,
and like you said, they didn't have to pay him much compared to. Other coaches, I guess, coming
other contracts that they had to owe.
You already know.
Jay, what you thinking?
To me, I'm thinking of like, are we just wasting people's time? Like, what was the point of hiring him when you kind of already knew the results that was probably going to happen this year? I feel like you're just wasting everybody's time. But like, listening to Ragu, it does seem like some type of like money decision. You know what I mean? Like
it had nothing to do with football.
It just seemed like a throwaway type year. Like they didn't.
Yeah, that's what it was. Jay Will. Yeah,
it's like they signed him. Like the writing was already on the wall. Like it's just crazy to me. Like
unless he would have beat the odds and did something crazy, like happened to win 10 games or something like that, that would have been the only way. But
then you would have looked stupid for firing him.
Right,
what I'm
exactly.
saying?
That was the it was kind of like he had to. It kind of comes down to the you have to work twice as hard thing. It's like like he was given cards to where it's like you have to do something so incredible to where we'll look like idiots if we fire you. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? But it's easy to just if you just look on paper, oh, you only won 4 games, get out of here. I mean, that's easy to do.
right.
But like Ragu always brings up, what if they would have did that to? What if Detroit would have did that to Dan Campbell? He won 3 games his first year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah. And they know the roster wasn't like Mark Davis knows that that roster, man. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't all that, bro. Can't nobody tell me that he got himself fooled into thinking that the roster as it's currently constructed is a winning like playoff type roster. So
I mean,
they know
considering the
what's up.
injuries that took place throughout the season, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he felt like I spent this money on Wilkins, and you know what I mean. Like there should
Wilkins
be
got hurt.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
There's
Like,
nothing they could
with
do
the
about it.
injuries that happen, it's like at that point you have to reassess it. But again,
Malcolm
we're talking
Fultz
about
got
our
hurt
owner. Who,
before the season started. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And then you got the quarterback situation.
right.
And then they didn't bring back Josh. And one of the main things we couldn't do was run the football.
And he in the office right now.
One of the best players in the league,
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs. We didn't bring him back like we was too good
Look.
for him, right?
that nigga good to
And then
go
we
right
couldn't
now.
even run the ball worth a turd. We had Amir Abdullah. You understand? As like our top
Running
guy
back.
that ended up being
Yeah,
our
he's
top
terrible.
guy, the only guy that ran for 100 yards this year. But they want to fire AP and blame him like it was like we had a good team. It's crazy, bro. It's
Let me ask you this, because
bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro.
let me ask you this, like, because I know you probably, you watch your game, probably every game, very closely. How were y'all losing? Were y'all like just like getting ran through most games? Were y'all competing and then they pulled away? Was it
Oh.
was a lot of the games close? Like how were y'all losing this year?
Great question. You say how was the Raiders losing the games? JC, right now I was in the process all day, been in the lab, been watching the season back from game 1. I'm gonna tell you, bro, what it seemed like to me with the coaching and stuff that we had at the beginning part of the season. It was one of them situations as a young team when one thing went wrong. Shit, yeah, just like kind of snowballed, bro, and got like I'll give you an example, and I could really say this for the entire season. The pick 6 at Denver. We win in that game 10-3 at the time. If we score that touchdown, remember he ran the ball 99 yards, so we right there at the goal line when he
You
caught
talking
the
about
ball.
the one in the left corner when they
We
took
go
off?
up 17-3,
Yeah.
right? But instead of going up 17-3, we go, the dude, Surtain, intercepts the ball, runs it back 99 yards, 10-10 tie. Bro, from that point on in the season, the Raiders could not get
Bounce
shit
back.
right. So, to answer your question, they would lose from a turnover. They would start off the game good, turn the ball over in a crucial situation, and it seems like they would kind of go into a shell for about a quarter after that. And by the time they look up and start playing, they would be down by 2 or 3 scores.
Hmm.
In the Steeler game, in another game or two, there were also some suspect calls. I don't care what nobody say. And I ain't taking nothing away from Marvin Nate's season, but there was also some suspect calls against the Raiders as well. And not just as a person that covers the Raiders. I'm just saying, if you watch football, we go back and we'll watch them together. But that's how, bro. It was just like a snowball effect after like a turnover or something.
And then Ragu, it also didn't help that Devontae Adams just had to throw that
Yeah,
extra
and then the Adams
turmoil.
situation. Yep.
And Devontae Adams, yep.
Like, I
Yeah.
swear he did that on purpose. Like, because he wasn't getting what he wanted, then he was like, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm just going to cause more problems.
It's like what
Right,
more
'cause remember-
if you were to know, my bad, Ragu. If
No,
you
go
were
ahead.
to look at the entirety of the season, like right now, and if you were to know that all of that was going to take place from top to bottom, from the Getty to Adams to Kuntz to Wilkins, Crosby. If you look at everything, and out of that season, no quarterback, and then he's able to at least compete to get 4 wins and have some of the close matchups he had. What more could you have realistically expected out of a first-time head coach?
That's what I'm saying too, bro.
And I don't want to hear, it's for the that I do that, like Mark Davis. Davis say, I do this for the players. If you were doing this for the players, and if you listened to your players, you would have kept AP.
So now for the $1 million
like
question.
what JC said though, 100% on the roster. JC, what was they realistically expecting? They could have went. He could have did like a 6-11. Or Porter really did a genie type job and did a 7-10, but it wasn't like this was a playoff team.
It ain't like he got the roster that McDaniels walked into.
And I know I was talking crazy. We was drinking the Kool-Aid or whatever.
I remember last year, y'all were telling me that y'all
mean
were
everybody
but
me?
It wasn't just me.
Yeah, I know. And I talked to Norm. He'll be back soon to have to stay up for that. I talked to Cool. All these is off record. I talked to you off record. So I don't know what it was.
We was all gassed up. And we
Dre was sipping that follow from Burner's juice, like I always say. That's all it was. But now for the $1 million question. Where the F do the Raiders go from here? Yeah.
It's too soon, man. It's too soon.
And you got the draft coming up.
That's maybe next week we can get into that, bro. This just happened literally right before the show started, so it's too soon, JC. I was telling my boy, I would like definitely to interview somebody on Matt LaFleur's staff. I think extremely highly of him as an offensive coach. I don't know what we're going to do defensively. They probably going to Rooney rule my boy Patrick Graham and interview him as if they really going to try to hire him, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. They're not going to hire him. They just going to Rooney rule him. No way they're going to hire 2 black dudes in a row. But I would like, and I haven't even looked at who this guy might be, JC, but anybody that's been working with Matt LaFleur for the last few years, like Matt LaFleur's man, whoever Matt LaFleur's man's is, interview him. See if we can't bring him over here. Those dudes, they run the football there. Their offense is innovative. He took the young quarterback and did something with him immediately. So I like that dude as an offensive person and play caller, and they playing up there in the cold in Green Bay and still are able to have that kind of success. So just imagine what he can do in a domed stadium. So somebody affiliated with Matt LaFleur, like Matt LaFleur is the Sean McVay of a couple years ago for me.
I agree. What y'all think, man? What they need to do this summer?
Man, I just
quarterback.
Is this Jesus territory?
they definitely got to get a quarterback. I know Isaiah's been talking about Travis Hunter, but man, I feel like you just can't keep ignoring the quarterback.
Also getting down on some college football 25 with my boy Marv.
Well, it looked like they're not getting either no more.
You got 6.
They're at 6.
6.
Yeah, I mean, because the Giants, Browns.
Who was that in the house?
And who else is in front of them that need a quarterback?
Titans.
Oh, and the Titans, right?
Titans.
All 3 of them. That's 3 quarterbacks going right there. So Shador's out, and then the Patriots are before him. I think. Yeah, I don't know if the Jags are, but I know the Patriots for sure. They're more than likely gonna take Travis. So yeah, they're probably both gonna be off the board unless they do something to trade up.
Well,
Maybe
that's what I
y'all
think
should
so.
finally recognize who the real nation is. Maybe I will.
Oh, I hear this thing go.
I'm talking to you. I don't know what y'all need to do. I'm not sipping no more Kool-Aid. Not sipping no more.
About time, nigga.
I'm not saying nothing else. About this. No
Yeah,
comment.
you got your own shit you need to deal with right now anyway.
So
So
I'm got my own shit to deal with. I ain't
Like them
even
Steelers, how they limping into the
exactly.
playoffs.
Exactly. So I need to get my own crutch together. So
GA, what you think?
yeah.
I think you guys were spot on, especially with the AP situation. I just think they left him out to dry, kind of. And I feel like you see that around the league where like a younger or just like an unexperienced coach gets like a very short leash compared to other coaches. But that's all I got.
Got you. Well, we're definitely not gonna spend more time on that. That was more than enough. Let's go the Birds, man. Let's go Seahawks. What the Seahawks need to do this summer? Barely missed the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. You know, they kind of, you know, had one of their seasons where they started off hot and then kind of, you know,
Fizzled
fell
out.
toward the
I don't know
end.
if y'all can hear my folks on all ground.
So yeah, I know this is a hard one to kind of, you know,
Pause.
dissect. All right, right, Ragoon, you be saying it's us. Look at you. You are 3 for 3 on this episode.
And I'll be saying it ain't me, huh? It's Mark.
We talked about this last episode.
Ooh, me?
It's the chef.
Oh,
I agree.
No,
Yeah,
agree with
I
what? I ain't said pause in a long
You
time, man. You can't blame me for that one, bro.
ain't got to. The damage is done.
I have not said pause in a long time.
You said it last episode.
I know you actually
Look.
haven't. You actually haven't.
Just capping
It's
for no
crazy.
reason.
Ain't nobody asked you, Jay.
That's because you like my work is done here. They go.
Exactly. Thank you. Come on, y'all. I know we got an irrelevant, boring team here, but come on, talk to me. This is the last time we talk about them until draft time.
I think they got to start.
Gotta upgrade that defense, man.
Yeah.
Like the old line is
Don't talk to my guys so y'all can hear
The
me.
real question is, do you move on from Gino? Who's out there?
That is a good question.
Like, is
Who's,
he?
That's a
who's
great
available to actually like?
How many years he got left? He got what, 1 or 2?
How old is he? It's a real question. Too.
Yeah, Gino.
Like I think he's like in his early 30s.
Yeah, Gino up there. Yeah, that's the real question.
Oh, shout out to Gino. Shout out to Gino. I know they beat us, but shout out to Gino for the extra 6 M's incentives that he pulled off. That's probably the quickest $6 million I ever seen a nigga make. $6 million in 2 hours.
I feel like it'll be one of those situations where they have to draft the quarterback like mid-round.
Let's check it out.
Get ready for Gino to kind of
Just to, try to see if you can groom somebody.
Yeah, I think they'll do something like that. But I feel like they need to answer the questions on that O-line. I feel like that O-line has not
Reach.
been.
Yeah,
And that O-line hasn't been
that's
good.
the one, Jay Will.
And it's not just this year. It's been the last couple of years.
Scouts
To be honest
Scouts
with
out there in Seattle.
Do your effing job.
There you go. Y'all need to. That's the first. That's probably y'all biggest necessity is fixing that line. The defense ain't necessarily the worst. You know, for me seeing them, the DBs is pretty solid. Definitely need some front seven help.
Yeah.
You know, I know they lost their veteran in Wagner.
The only thing another thing they got to correct for sure too is they had 21 committed turnovers this year.
And they do have a bright spot in Jackson. You know what I mean? I think there's something to build off of there. So maybe who knows? Maybe Lockett last year. You know what I'm saying? Start trying to find some guys, get that corpse together.
Who you talking about?
Seahawks.
Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. The team that just beat the Rams.
Nigga, I already mentioned that, nigga. We need you to mention it again.
Right, man. That's from when you was talking slick last week when I wasn't on here.
I just shouted him out for the 6 M's though. One of those was beating us, so it's all good. What you thinking, Ragu? What you know what I'm saying? Where do you go as the GM of the Seahawks?
Man, because the Geno situation is
I'll keep him at least one more year. Geno's not bad.
I feel like it's course. But if you Seattle GM, you feel like this is your championship quarterback?
Championship?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly, Jay. So,
Well, how many of those are in the league, Ragu? Let's be fair.
but
So
is this when you try to make a move and make it happen, though? That's what I'm saying. Do you get off of Geno right now? Pause.
I mean, it ain't like those is growing on trees or nothing like that.
All grind.
True indeed. But do you shoot for a young guy or something now?
Yeah, I
Do you
mean, I
trade for a
think
JJ McCarthy or something?
I want to smoke.
Jay Will said it. I think Jay Will had a good idea on that. Like maybe try to get one of those like mid round, you know what I'm saying, project quarterbacks or something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Like a
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Right. Exactly. So you
What,
know what I'm
you
saying?
guys feel
Somebody
like
got to
Jalen's
take a
gonna be
chance on him.
available?
No, I mean, because he's saying that because Jalen was taking it as that type,
was
like
second
to
round,
take a
I'm pretty
chance
sure.
on him. And then now
Yeah.
he's the franchise quarterback, highest paid quarterback type spit. So yeah, I agree with Jay on that.
Gals, do your job like you said. You know what I
Man,
mean?
that's the biggest thing.
Fix
Yeah.
it, man.
Bro, they gotta start looking at these damn scouts too when they decide to fire a coach. Or
Right,
someone
when they
like
be so
that.
quick to fire these damn coaches, what about your scouting team and your GMs?
Well, and
Man.
they know they sit there like we can fuck up all we want. We'll still have a
They
job
get
next year.
so much like I mean I understand the certain if you have a team that should be without a doubt playoff or Super Bowl contending and you spit the bed, I understand after 1 year saying like, all right, like this might not be it. But if you know that your team is in a rebuild process 100% and you got you know these GMs and these scouts and all that, you know that you're gonna at least give them minimum like 3 years. Generally, that you're probably gonna give them at least a few years to get it together. Why do the coaches not get that? You know what I'm saying? Even Ragu
Yeah.
said it about, not to go back to the Raiders, but he even said that about AP in the middle of the season. Because I asked him, at what point do you start giving AP a side eye? He said, if we start like this next year, that's when you can start doing that. But there's nothing he should be able to do this year to get fired. And I agree with that across the board. Again, you know, with coaches that come into a team that is clearly in a rebuild
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah. Well said.
Who we gonna move to next, man? Let's go to them Saints, man.
Saints.
Finish 5-12. If I'm not mistaken, they got a situation going on right now, right? Derek Carr said he's not taking a pay cut, as he shouldn't. What the Saints got to do this summer?
Is it obvious? Jesus.
and the reason, and Marv, I'm glad you said that because you got to realize life came at them real quick.
Damn.
2-0, and then after
That's
that,
effed up, cool.
nothing.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
y'all.
Here's a team at 2-0. He's like, are they for real? The next thing, you know, bam.
Nah, I remember.
They
I remember
defense,
they were like,
they've been like a quarterback away for a few years, and then I don't know what
Now
what
they're
happened this
dealing with
year.
Spencer Rattler and
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Vincent Rattler is not it. He's horrible.
y'all remember when they were top 5 in the power rankings after week 2? That shit was crazy.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Who did they blow out the Cowboys?
JC.
Panthers.
Bro. I mean, yeah, is it good to say that? Yeah, it's time to call Jesus and Noah's Ark and everybody else. You guys need help.
I feel like
Know how to do it.
But where do they
both
need
sides
help
of the
though?
ball,
Like, where do they
too.
start?
Shit.
He said, "Where did they start?"
They had they didn't have a full garage sale, but they did trade one of their cornerstone pieces, who's in the offs right now. We'll talk about that later. But where do they go from here?
I think the first thing
Actually, you know what they say? Never mind, because health reasons did play a part.
Play a factor. Carr
Yeah,
missed some
yeah,
games
yeah.
too.
And I forgot Olave was hurt too. So
They had
injuries
injuries.
play a
They
part.
did. The Saints had some injury issues for sure.
Yeah, they had some injured. Carr ain't it either. Quarterback, Carr ain't it. Rattler ain't it. He ain't shit.
I would say it's time to start. I know Kamara had a cool season and all that, but I would say it's time to start looking for a back as well,
Yep.
younger back.
Yeah, because And he getting up there in age.
And he's
He
never
ain't
been
getting no
like,
younger.
and he's never been like much like good of a rusher anyway, in my
No.
opinion. So
I mean, yeah, one good year and that was it. Other than that, no, he just been questionable.
Kamara only had one good year.
not one good year, but as far as like a rushing, like he's been more of like a passing running back than a like kind of like more like a Eckler.
He's a Walmart McCaffrey.
And even Eckler, I think Eckler had what 1,500 yards before, so I don't even know if I can give him that.
Walmart McCaffrey. I like that.
Have Eckler
Walmart
ran for that many
McCaffrey's
yards before?
crazy.
I don't think.
Walmart McCaffrey.
You mean yards from scrimmage or
is
something?
Crazy.
Or I think my
Eckler?
bad. It was 1,000. It was 1,000 and 1,000. He had 1,000 rushing, 1,000
Yeah, he
passing,
ain't
or
never
something
ran
like
for
that.
no
Yeah,
1,500.
yeah, that's what it was. My bad. But yeah, as far as I don't think Kamara to this day has ever had 1,000-yard rushing season, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so.
To this
Really?
day,
That I'm gonna have to look that one up.
And
That's
not that I
good-
even
Yeah.
care to even.
I know Isaiah's usually the stat guy. Let me see. I got y'all.
I'm gonna say he's had at least 1,000 once. 1,000 at least once. I'm
You
saying.
say once? All right, let me see.
He had 6 touchdowns in one game against us, so
I remember that.
I'd be damned if he.
Alvin Kamara has
1,000.
never had a 1,000-yard season. This season was the closest he ever got, and with
Damn.
950 yards.
Oh,
That's with the extra.
But
game.
pretty much he just.
Well, he missed some games too,
Slowed
though.
him down.
But yeah, you're right, Jay.
Huh.
But he's always been elite as
Interesting.
far as being a receiving running back.
he's always played both sides pretty good. He can be a pass catcher or a runner.
I don't know about that running split.
He's good after the catch.
I think when I realized he wasn't that good of a runner was I had a bet with one of the homies who's a Saints fan when Gurley went to Atlanta of who would have more rushing yards that year. And I think up until like Gurley ended up getting hurt for the season, but it was like week 7 or 8 or something like that. And Gurley had more yards than him in rushing. This is mind you, I said his Atlanta season. So that was when I realized it. That was when he literally had the arthritis. I think that's the last season he played, actually. If I'm not mistaken. I don't
Gurley?
even think he played after that. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, bounced around the practice squad, but I don't remember him like.
Yeah. I don't think he ever played another actual game after that. Unfortunately. Who's next, man?
All right, cool.
All right.
Let's go Chi-Town.
What about the Patriots?
I
This team
can't
needs a new coach. That's it.
I can't wait till
Marv.
Norman get back. Norman got to stand on them 10 wins he gave prediction episode.
Yeah,
Trying to act like we was
Mr.
tripping because we didn't have him.
Caleb Williams for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know about
And
that.
the Bears deserve every bit of this after how they did Fields. Every
Oh,
last bit of it.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. This is deserved.
Lou Gadsby.
Hey, but you
Okay.
know what, though? I was one of them dumb druggies too who said the Bears could get 10 wins. I
At
Lou
was
least Marv is
Gadsby
honest.
in
Hey,
Chicago.
I'm
You know what I
honestly-
mean?
Hey, Ragu, that nigga Isaiah even said that, huh? He said the fact that Fields got 7 wins and he was dealing with this.
Yeah, man.
If I had known that.
He was actually the man. You feel me? Yeah.
But
Lou Gadsby.
let's do it,
Man.
man. What GA, this your division. What Chi-Town need to do this summer?
They need a coach. They need coaching. They have the talent around their team. They just need a coach and O-line. That's what I think.
Heavy on the O line.
I don't understand how many times we've been preaching that on that show, and yet they still pretend like they can ignore it and still win games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
I really just think people overhyped them coming into the season. Like I knew they got
Bro,
Caleb,
Them or the quarterback?
the Bears in general, because you know
Okay.
when they got pieces around Caleb, you know everybody was kind of like, oh, you know maybe they can, you know, do a little 8-9 win, season like you
Don't
said about.
forget,
But
J-Rob.
that wasn't fair, Jay. With the, you know what I'm saying? You got a Keenan, DJ Moore, who are both, well, Keenan not looking at receiver one no more, but based on what we had saw, 2 receiver ones, you had a good tight end, you got some good pieces on defense this summer.
Andre Swift over there. Yeah, you done added some good pieces.
But at the same time, though, I feel like people mainly said that because of their faith in Caleb Williams. And my thing is that until you play a down,
man, preach, Jay. I was saying that at that time.
Jay Will,
preach.
before the season started this year, I didn't make a comment on it because, like JC always says on the show, I can't judge a player until we see him play within those lines. And they were calling him a top 10 quarterback before the season had started.
I would never put that much stock ever in no quarterback. I don't care how much of a high prospect you are. I would never put that much stock into a quarterback who hasn't played a single real snap in the NFL.
They was ranking him. I know for sure they said he was top 15.
For sure they did, Ragu.
Top 10,
I remember.
and Ragu, another point that you made about your boy, Mahomes. Everybody's so quick to try to throw that name out there when somebody, when the new kid is on the block. You hear Mahomes like, and then, everybody.
Remember when it's like in basketball when they had the tall guards, everybody was the next heir.
Right.
They looking for Mahomes now.
Exactly, and like you said, nobody wants to miss out on that, and that's why, and that explains why they did Fields the way they did.
But the audacity to rank him top 10 for 15 before the season is just
this nigga ain't played a snap.
And they definitely did that. I remember. I want to say they had him at 12.
I think it was
It's egregious.
Phil Simms it was like top.
Right, remember? I remember you.
No, Ragu, you're 1,000% right. I know exactly what you're talking about. 100% they had him.
I think they had him
top
rated
15,
at like
20
12.
for sure.
And at that time, we couldn't really say much yet because we hadn't seen him play. And then we can only judge you when we watch you play. Like, that's crazy.
When we watch you play in the league.
Yep.
All I know is, Norman, come on back to the panel, nigga. I can't wait. The way you was talking greasy on the prediction episode about your boy. You know what I'm saying? Come on up. Nate, he tried to blame it on, like, oh, that's my Oklahoma guy, so that's why.
So y'all saying the coach, right? Will a new coach help them? I don't see
they need to fix that line. That's what I think their number one priority. Fix that mother.
Ain't nothing gonna help that.
I ain't gonna say Jesus because they got good people.
Because ain't nothing gonna help.
Because Rome is good as well. Like, so even if Keenan take off like he's talking, I'm confident in the DJ Moore, Rome, Komet receiver core.
Because that man gave Chicago 10 wins, that's why Frisco went through the year that they had.
Man,
they heard him.
He didn't even know he needed to look in his own damn backyard. But any last thoughts, man? Because that's definitely enough time with them niggas.
How do y'all feel about
that's enough? That's enough.
My bad. What was you saying, Jay?
I feel like, how do y'all feel about Caleb Williams going forward? Like, are y'all kind of feeling like he's not it? Y'all feel like it's too early?
Nah. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm kind of on the hate train only because I hate how they did Fields. But Caleb, he didn't look bad. He got some things he needs to clean up, but he's not a bad quarterback though. I think if you get him a line, he should be fine. I'm not saying he's the next coming or nothing like that. Pause. But yeah, he looks like he could be a solid quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. I went to the when they played here against the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw he had flashes where he looked like he could be like a top 10 quarterback in the league, but he needs that line, and I feel like a new coach will help him. And
he needs to be developed on certain areas of his game. Yeah.
So me and Coop was looking at his numbers earlier. We was all ready to bash him as the as we did our grades on the rookies at the end of the season. Yeah. And we looked at his numbers, bro.
His numbers is good. Like, he has some very damn good numbers for a rookie.
It's a trip how narratives get out there because man, this kid is.
If they wouldn't have put so much on him, though, coming in, Ragu, I don't think
that's
the narrative looks that bad on him. When you hype him the way you do and say he's gonna have a better season than CJ did last year, and next coming to Mahomes, I mean, you put that out there. So the scrutiny is going to come if you don't live up to that. Especially when you have as much offensive help as you do as a number one pick. I don't think we've ever seen that.
You know what, man? I can't dispute what you're saying on that. Get your ass out there. They're talking about you as a 12th
Let's get these niggas out the way, man, because I know this is a hurtful one. I'm sure all of us would have enjoyed seeing these guys in the playoffs. We got Cincinnati. Missed by the hair on their chin.
Hey, so not before any of their wrongdoing. It's because what you said, JC. I've been waiting for this.
What happened?
You see what Kansas City did, bro?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They put all their backups in.
I knew that was gonna happen.
When I saw the score,
I would rather see Bo Nix than Joe Burrow, 100%. So I get what they was doing.
Hell no.
That's exactly
I just want
what they
somebody
did that for.
call Kansas City out on being scared of Cincinnati, bro. Y'all scared Cincinnati, and you know it.
They literally said, "We're not starting Mahomes, nobody, because I'm not trying to see no fucking."
But let's be a little fair too. Other than
nah, fuck that. It was 21-0 at halftime.
And
I feel like they could have at least
third.
I feel like they could have done what Isaiah did and maybe played them like in the first quarter or first half or something like that. But honestly, let's be real. There was no reason for them to be out there. Denver, of course, probably didn't want them out there, but there was no reason for them to be out there in the last game. And most teams was resting their starters. If we
I bet you, if you look at that game, it was some suspect play calls and all that, man.
What did look crazy?
What they did because they didn't want Burrow, no parts of Burrow turning that shit into Burrow head. That's what that was.
What I did think was crazy, I don't know if y'all saw when the Chiefs guy slapped the ball for going out of bounds and then the Denver guy caught the interception. Did y'all see that?
No,
I did think that play was crazy.
Touchdown?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was a touchdown and it was supposed to be an interception. Yep.
They was doing funny stuff, bro.
So, but yeah, I mean, who knows, man? Unfortunately, the Donkeys made it.
Wow.
I'm just happy with Cincinnati Bengals. They did fire their defensive coordinator. That was kind of an obvious fire, but it was that defense was just pathetic at times, man. I felt bad for Burrow a lot during this season.
The fact that
is that the greatest season ever from a quarterback who didn't make playoffs?
Joe Burrow said it was his
maybe.
Burrow said he was playing his best football and it wasn't even close.
It's the best season I can remember somebody having, and then their team don't go to the off.
And then the stats that he put up, I think only 2 other quarterbacks put up those same numbers. Both won MVP.
Really?
Both of them. It was Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. They both won MVP that season.
I can see it.
So that is crazy.
And it's also like the Bengals always start out slow every single season. It feels like once again, I feel like the main reason they didn't make the playoffs is the way they started the season.
And I remember me and Isaiah, we was saying that before the season even started that they can't keep doing that. It's only so many times where you can get away with that. They've been doing that since Burrow's Super Bowl year. They did it that year. Like every season they do that.
You can even say like
you cannot
keep doing that and expect
without winning in September. You cannot do that.
Dre, if you remember, I even called that your boys was more than likely going to beat them on week 1 because of how he'd be starting the damn season.
And they did exactly that.
It was horrible too against the Patriots. That was.
Oh, and they did Mayo wrong too, Dre.
Yeah,
we'll get to that, Ragu. We ain't talking about them bums yet.
Love you too, man.
I love you. Hate your city. What does Cincinnati need to do this summer?
I fixed the secondary.
I know, right? That's my bad. That's probably the easiest one out of all of them. That defense, man.
I feel like every time,
but they did have the league leader in sacks, ironically, which is crazy.
Yeah,
you had the league leader in sacks, Triple Crown winner, and the passing yards leader, and missed the playoffs.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. That means you ain't got no defense. Let's keep it real.
Oh yeah.
Defense was atrocious.
And announcers,
And it's even more impressive to me.
His line.
It's even more impressive to me what Hutchinson did. The fact that he was the only one over there. So that means they only giving you their attention, and you still led the league in sacks.
Yeah, he had a good year. See, they had all them individual guys do all that, and
Still couldn't do
so you
shit.
got to have teams. It's got to be teams.
But
can
like
only
Mark
admit that.
said, you can't start like that every year and expect the same results. Like, oh, I'm gonna make it.
I wonder if they regret not paying that boy Jesse.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah, they're definitely missing Bates over there.
Absolutely.
And I mean, as much spit as we talk about Eli, he looked like he was better than them niggas they had this year.
Apple.
And that says a lot. When you missing Eli Apple.
Yeah, they used to talk bad about it.
Yeah, remember that, Raccoon?
Yeah.
They used to dog that nigga.
That's pathetic in every way. Eli Apple. Eli Apple.
I wouldn't even wrote no spit down like that.
I wouldn't have either. But damn shame.
Damn shame what happened to Flip. All right, let's go to these America with 3Ks team. Let's go Boston, man. The New England Patriots. We'll start with their breaking news as well. Very similar to the AP situation. One and done for the coach, as if he came into an ideal situation. What's your thoughts on that?
I was gonna, like we said on the No Big Deal yesterday, you fired a coach who was working with a talentless offense. What did you fucking
And you should know that more than anybody.
What did you fucking expect, Robert Kraft? Like, did you expect him to take us all the way to the AFC Championship with that roster or some shit? Like, it's not going to work.
They're using for a transition year.
A transition.
Like the Raiders
He wasn't
just
tall
did
enough,
AP.
Ragu.
But the fact that he even made that statement so fast, like to where he's trying to butter it up, like, oh, I hope he gets another chance. And like the fact that you even came with that statement so fast means you knew you was firing this man at the end of the season. I can't say when, but I know before Sunday you knew that man was gone, regardless of what happened.
Without a doubt.
But it's like it's almost like, look at the roster he had to work with. What did you want him to do?
Nigga has no offensive weapons.
None. Like, don't like it. It's really
like I understand
sad.
it's a defensive game, but you have to know how to put points on the board. You have to score, and you guys did not have the weapons for that whatsoever.
And I think
who's y'all receiver one, Jay?
Hey, don't sleep on Demario Douglas now.
It was bro. For me, it was between DeMario and fucking Boudet.
Kendrick Bourne.
Boudet for a while.
Man, Kendrick Bourne be lucky to be a receiver for
Y'all
my
just
team.
pulling names out y'all ass. Niggas ain't
He'd be
right
lucky
now-
to be a receiver for my team.
Niggas ain't that.
Oh, they're not. But someone was just.
Hey, is Kendrick
No
Bourne
one
a receiver
stepped up.
too on the Wait, hell no, y'all got Josh Downs. Is Kendrick Bourne a receiver 3 on the Colts, Jay Will?
Wait, you was having a good conversation.
Hell nah. That nigga was talking big spit on prediction episode. Don't save him.
But at the end of the day, they need to seriously. We got the draft coming up now. The draft is in 3 months, so now there's 3. Now they got to worry about finding a head coach. They have to worry about.
I think y'all was talking about bringing in what's his name from the Titans.
Vrabel?
Yeah, Vrabel.
Here's this little list of, because there's 3 things that the New England Patriots are going to need. And starting with the coach, obviously Mike Vrabel. The only reason Mike Vrabel's a top candidate is because he's a former fucking player and he has a friendship with Robert Kraft.
And we seen him take the mediocre Titans to the playoffs. So he's not a bad coach.
Oh yeah, no. But there's also other options that could be up there. Like, I feel like they're gonna look at. I feel like New England will be interviewing guys like McCarthy, possibly Byron Leftwich, and if they can, even try to get an interview with Flores.
Hell no. Flores is staying here, bruh.
Hell yeah. Leave that nigga where he at. Hell no.
Outside of coaching,
Y'all
outside of
don't even
coaching,
deserve that nigga. If he do go to the Patriots, I hope that nigga break y'all pockets.
outside of
He better
that,
ask for top dollar.
when we're and then now outside of that, now we're entering the draft, and the most important things that they really need at this moment is obviously a receiver and offensive
A
line.
receiver.
Because our
Receiver.
no, you get my drift. Receivers and an offensive line, because we finished the season. Our line finished the year 32nd.
Man, hold on, let's just cut through the bullshit. Cool. This is Jesus territory, right?
Absolutely.
More than
Okay,
Jesus
there we
territory.
go.
More than Jesus territory.
I feel like they got
This shouldn't even be a conversation.
He said you need the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, you need to go to church a few times, say a few Hail Marys, and God will call it even.
He said God will call it even.
This is just bad. This is bad.
When you don't know who your number one receiver is, that's how you know it's bad.
It is when you got to think about it. Like
When you got to actually think about it, be like, wait, who called a touchdown a couple weeks ago?
Exactly. Exactly.
And once again, in the episode, like, what was that, week 5 or something? Y'all niggas was one of the healthiest teams, and you was 1-5.
I think Coop did say that. Yeah.
And you know what's
Wasn't
even
nobody
crazier,
hurt.
too?
Wasn't nobody hurt. Like, what's wrong with them niggas? They just suck.
6 of our losses came by like within a touchdown. Like we lost like 6 or 7 of those
Yeah,
games.
that's teams I was like, nah, we ain't losing to them niggas.
Yeah. They were like, no.
But I will say, Dre, it does make me happy to see that the Patriots are struggling. You know, if you need a head coach, you know, the Jaguars just fired Doug Peterson. You know,
Doug Peterson's another option.
That is another candidate. Yeah, that is another candidate.
I was saying that to laugh at
but I want Brian Flores, to be honest.
You ain't nigga. I'm telling you, Flores better break y'all pockets if you go over there. Look, GA like hell no. You can't keep him forever, GA. Unless you
I'm about to get Vrabel, man.
Yeah.
Why would he go to a situation where they just fired somebody his type? Why would he go back? Why would he go to that?
Why would Robert Kraft hire another?
And you want to know what's even funnier though?
He ain't tall enough.
If you want to know what's even funnier though, if say Vrabel does get the job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say he goes 4-13 back-to-back seasons. By that 3rd season, he'll still have a job.
You think so? That would be crazy.
Hell no.
Not 4-13, but I get what he means though. Like if he has non-winning seasons, 2 seasons in a row, yeah, he'll still be there.
You get where I'm going.
And brothers only get the 1 year.
But Kraft, I don't think Kraft hires Flores because Flores, if y'all remember, he had them lawsuits against the NFL and spit, and you can't go to a more racist city than that. So like, Kraft ain't even gonna open up that can of worms. He gonna leave that alone, and thankfully so. Leave Flores alone.
And Dre, it's funny because I thought the Kayshawn kid wasn't he the kid who got caught gambling last year?
Believe so.
Wasn't that him? I was surprised the Patriots even kept him after that because he was like a 6th, 7th round pick.
What the fucking criminals y'all picking up over there? Just gambling and shit.
Killers and shit.
Yeah, what the fuck going on with that?
Y'all got George Pickens, bruh. Y'all got George Pickens.
Killers and shit in New England too.
It's all a bunch of killers and shit. What's going on?
Ragu, wasn't y'all known for that type of spit criminal activity? Y'all in Dallas?
The damn Raiders.
I forgot about Jonathan.
What we got to do with it?
Right.
I'm just saying, that's right up y'all alley.
He said, "What we got to do with it?"
Yeah, that's enough time on these bums. We'll move on. Y'all, I think we all agree y'all need Jesus.
We'll pray for you, Dre.
Correct. All non-Patriots fans, Jesus.
I appreciate you, Marv.
I ain't gonna keep saying that settle in bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you because that shit gonna go. Like y'all just suck. Just sell your organization. That's what I'm gonna start saying. 'Cause that's bad. I'm not gonna keep saying that shit.
And free Drake May.
Free Drake May. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was waiting for that one. I was about to say the whole episode.
I'm gonna keep saying that though. Free Drake May till it's backwards.
Drake, be careful.
Don't play hero ball.
Let's go to the team that started showing some last minute promise, man. Panthers.
Panthers.
How about Bryce Young
Bryce
though?
Young
On the
is
nigga,
special.
you know what I'm
Bryce.
saying? How about Bryce?
What a
Man.
fuck that nigga.
Hey,
Let
Ever
that nigga
since-
go if you want to. Bryce, you more than welcome over here in the city, man.
ever since he got that call from Rod Wave,
I
turned
think
it around.
Carolina, he played well enough for them to realize, okay, we don't need.
I wish he would have saved it. I wish he would have kept playing like that just so they could be dumb enough to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Now ain't nobody got a chance.
Yeah,
Question
Hey,
is,
he was almost there too.
Yeah, he was. Just
Does
a
he
few
have
more
a chance
games.
in that city? That's the real question.
Hey, and you guys want to know something really cool? Bryce Young in the last 2 games has 454 yards, 5 touchdowns in 2 games in his last a couple of those suckers. Yeah, he's been balling. Bryce Young's had a crazy last half of the season. He's competing.
Yeah.
He's competing.
Man, I'm happy for him.
I mean, even the couple losses, like I seen it when he played the Eagles and the Chiefs. The way
You saw what Baker said to him after their game.
I didn't.
What did
Oh no,
Baker
he was
say?
just saying you guys did a good. He said, "Good job, man. You did incredible today."
I hope the Panthers are still dumb enough to let him go, but I wish he would have saved it. I wish he would have saved it and went somewhere else and balled over there because Carolina deserves that.
Panthers are a dumb organization. They are unpredictable. I can see them doing something stupid in the offseason
And still let him go, huh?
and still let them go on some crazy shit.
And then watch him just go crazy.
So
Like I said, he's
Yeah,
free
free-
to come
free
over
Bryce
this
Young.
way.
free Bryce Young. Yeah, let him go.
Quite a few teams with some quarterback vacancies or will have some quarterback vacancies. So
Right.
We all know who Tennessee won't.
that being said, that nigga that'll be the same situation he was already in. Hell no. That being said, man, what Carolina got to do this summer?
Like that front 7 needs some work.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh yeah, because they traded what's his name, right? Oh no, I'm thinking another team. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, that defense kind of has a couple holes where I feel like they could kind of.
they're not getting after the passer. They need some
Their
edge work.
DBs is like non-existent outside of JC, so they could help him out a little bit.
Outside of Clowney, Clowney takes plays off. They didn't really have anybody that could get after the passer. They're gonna need that and a few more weapons for Bryce. And the coach has got to stay consistent. I mean, we always look at the players. That young coach they got, he's got to be consistent too.
I feel like the Panthers they're not in a situation to where it's like it's a complete mess.
And scouts.
Like I feel like if I was a brand new GM who actually knows what the F I'm doing and you were to give me the Panthers, I would feel like, you know what, I got a good project on my hands.
Me too. I would feel that same way. Yeah.
I feel like it's not a call Jesus team, more like a call Moses team. Like, they don't need Jesus.
Just some assistance, huh?
Call Moses first before you try to. See how
I feel like they can. I feel like they're in a situation where this summer can like make or break them going forth. Like they can have a good summer and put themselves in a good position going forth, or they can F up the momentum they built up so far. It could go either way.
I feel like that. I feel that about them like last season too, though. Like
what type of free agency you gonna be like? Oh, Carolina's on the map.
I mean, people would have said the same about Minnesota last year, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, sure.
And Gilmore and what's his name? They still went over there.
Receiver over there though, who wouldn't want to grace the field with Justin?
Yeah, but we thought that was it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Aaron Jones, he didn't really do spit last year. Addison was inconsistent. Darnold, I mean, I ain't even got to say no more about that. You know how we felt about him. Like,
aid.
So I mean, they didn't really have like no real incentive to go over there, but they still was able to get some defensive guys to go F with them. So, and don't underestimate relationships too. Sometimes certain coordinators and stuff being on certain teams, and the guys know them, and they might have some behind the scene conversations. Like you can't underestimate that either. So,
well, yeah, I'm pretty sure Van Ginkel was with Flores in Miami, so
exactly.
that's a big piece of it. And then Cashman, who came over from the Texans, is from Minnesota. So, I mean,
all right, nigga, we ain't talking about y'all yet. This nigga couldn't wait.
Ain't that crazy? Wins and still has to play a wild card game.
That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
They need to go back to a bye week for 2.
Imagine winning 14 wins and somebody telling you didn't win your division.
I feel like it's kind of just unlucky, honestly.
It's never happened. It's literally never happened before. Crazy.
It'll probably never happen again, too.
I agree.
There's been 11 win teams who didn't even.
Nobody's ever lost a division winning 14 games.
No, never.
Wow.
I forgot. The last time that I guess the most wins after that happened, I think they said was like 99 or something like that. I forgot who the team was for like the team who had the most wins without winning their division. But yeah, the Vikings surpassed it by far.
Wow.
But I mean, Ragu, that's a lot of games. That's like winning your conference territory, let alone division. Yeah.
Most years. Yeah. Most years, 14 to get you,
especially in a 16 game season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go ATL, man. The Dirty Birds.
I mean, Penix, man. That man is.
Penix. Welcome to the league, my man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, like we said, there was a few, I believe last week, a few overthrows, but outside of that dude's balling, bro. And he's not shying away from the adversity either. If he makes a mistake, he's like,
he looks confident and poised. That's the biggest thing I look for in young quarterbacks. Like, not the mistakes you make, but how you recover from the mistakes. What's your energy when something good or bad happens? So he looks comfortable.
He's also going into games too, thinking probably with the mindset of, okay, people probably don't expect me to do extremely well, but let me go out there and show them what I can really do.
Right. So that being said, what do they do with Cousins? Like, what's the quarterback situation that they've kind of, you know?
Foremost, shout out to his manager.
Again, how many times are we gonna keep saying that shit? Fuck that. What do you do with him? Fuck his manager. Fuck him. What are y'all gonna do with this pump hush? Like he just.
It seems like they signed this nigga to the contract and immediately regretted it after or something. The fact that you drafted Penix shows that you weren't that confident in that contract. Because you got a bunch of other holes, that you could have filled on that team before. Come on. Ah, damn, Jay. Niggas can't say
I only noticed when y'all say it, and I think about what y'all say.
He said
they have other positions that could have been addressed. Is that better? Other positions that could have been addressed on the team, rather than the $200 million contract they just gave out. So, it seems like they regretted it right after. But now, how do you put this fire out? Because now you have a problem on your hands, and you got $200 that you spent on a quarterback where you could have put that elsewhere.
I just feel like it's one of those situations where the Falcons, I feel like they were pretty close to making it to the playoffs this year. I feel like if you want to make that playoff run potentially next year, you just kind of swallow your pride and maybe try to get rid of Cousins if you can, and then just let Penix take over. Either that or bench him.
So you just basically they just gotta eat that and start from scratch.
Move on. You know what I mean? I feel like this year it was kind of like, okay, they got Cousins, they got a few other pieces on the line, on the defensive line, defense, they had pieces. I feel like this year was like, okay, we should be a playoff team at best. And they didn't, reach that goal this year. So now it's kind of like, okay, maybe Cousins, not that guy. Now, obviously, he had moments where he showed it, had a lot of moments where,
didn't he?
He had more bad moments than good, I guess you could say. Even though he has some really incredible moments at times.
Consistent, inconsistent.
Like every time he played Tampa, for example.
Right.
Like so, it's like a consistent, inconsistent type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's Cousins though. He's kind of always been like that since Washington. He's not gonna win you a championship, but he's not gonna be bottom of the barrel either.
He's gonna win you some games, but
you know you're gonna win games, but you're not gonna win. If that makes sense.
I just don't think you keep that potential in Penix on the bench next year. Like I don't think you should do that. Like at that point, you're just wasting him too.
Yeah, at that point. But I mean, that's why one would say, why draft him in the first place? I'm glad. I bet they're glad they did now, but it's self-inflicted though. Like you had no reasons to give Cousins that contract.
You gave somebody else that money,
and then you ended up some effing how swinging two of the top 5 safeties in the league on the same team. Like that's really crazy how you fumbled that. Dirty Birds. Let's go to y'all, Jay Will. Let's have a conversation, sir. 'Cause I know y'all niggas. I know a couple Colts fans, you know what I'm saying, and they, you know, y'all are all over the place with how you feel. I should have talked to my guy before I did this show too, because he's far more optimistic than you. But if you ask me, I would say y'all need Jesus. But this your team. Talk to me. What's going out there in Indiana?
I don't think we necessarily need Jesus. I don't think we're in that bad a boat. But it's obvious that, you know, changes need to be done. I feel like Chris Ballard, our GM, I loved you when you first got here. You showed that you can draft. But I feel like year after year, it's like when Colts need to make free agency moves. When we have the most cap space year after year.
You just sit on it. Pause.
And
major pause.
And like, he doesn't make any moves, you know, in free agency. It's just kind of like, you know, like what we doing? You know, you're drafting decently, but you know, when we got all that money sitting, you know, in the cap space and you're not using it, why not? Like, why is it just sitting there? You're not making any big moves. There's been guys over like the past few years who have visited the Colts but went to sign, you know, elsewhere. I think even like Isaiah Simmons last year, if I'm not mistaken, if he was a free agency, one of those Broncos players came down here and we couldn't even land him. And we were supposed to get him. CJ Mosley a few years back came down here. We couldn't get him.
Why y'all didn't get Simmons when he was sitting there waiting on somebody? You say y'all had the money.
Yeah, I thought we were even like rumored to get him, but like we just, you know, we didn't pull the trigger. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, if you're not going to make these free agency moves to like make our team, you know, automatically better in the offseason, you know, drafting's cool, but it's just like, you know, you better be an A+ at drafting, like where all your picks hit. Because if not, we keep having the same issue where it's like the Colts are not a good team, but we're also not mediocre. We're kind of just like stuck in the middle. We're always I
was finna say y'all are like the y'all. I know like I know that Portland territory used to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember how Portland with Dame, how they were like never good enough to be top tier, but they were never bad enough to get a good draft pick. Like y'all, that's been y'all the last 3-4 years.
That's how the Vikings are too.
And I feel like the past
like 20 years
before this, you know, like the past some years before this, you know, the Colts were a meme because you used to always go like 8-8, 7-9,
right?
And I think we're going back to that culture, and I do not want to be in that spot where
that sounds like another team on the panel right now. But we'll talk about that later.
Anthony Richardson, get off my team. You know,
you're done with AR?
Done with AR.
Damn, Jay already?
He can stay on the ship one more year so we can tank for Arch Manning because, you know, Anthony Richardson, damn, I'm sure is
Arch Manning to the Colts.
Hey, look how
crazy.
Is he in the draft next year?
Yeah, he's gonna be a draft next year.
Oh, nah, not that early, bro. Play some games, nigga.
So 2-15, you know, if you look
if you think AR ain't getting more than 2 wins, you got another thing coming.
You talking about?
That's what I'm talking to.
Like, you talking about Anthony, or you know, Aaron Rodgers? You know, we talking about Anthony Richardson, right? You know, we talking about the right AR, right? Just making sure. You don't believe he can? I don't even think he could win us a game. Like
He's a project. He is a project. And if y'all don't have the right system in place or people, like, I feel like if you put him on Washington, he wouldn't be as good as Jaden, but he'd be in that, like, at least 8-9 range for games.
I would agree.
If you put him in the same position and development, like, he has potential.
I'm over it. I'm sorry. You say he's a project. That's an F project already. Like, he's already
F project is crazy.
he messed up the board that we're doing the project on. He's just marking stuff on the board, not knowing what he's doing. The project's over. For me.
Y'all were still in contention for playoffs on the last couple weeks of the season.
That's what I'm saying. We're just
Y'all effed up when y'all lost to the Donkeys, bro. That's really what did it. Y'all shouldn't have lost to them.
Yeah, then we did. Yeah. Now, yeah, but I kind of saw that one coming though. I didn't think we were going to beat the Broncos, anyways. But
What you mean? Y'all, if JT don't do that bullshit when he's about to get in the end zone, y'all go up 27 going into the fourth.
It wasn't just JT though. Like, the entire team collapsed. Like, I understand like that shift the momentum, but it wasn't just JT.
Y'all were not about to blow a 20 to. Let me not say that because y'all the Vikings game.
I want to say this: the Vikings.
But more than likely, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all were more than likely not going to lose that game.
Man, it's just depressing. I don't like being in this state again. You know, I feel like I'm already in a similar state with my NBA team where we're just not good enough to make it to the playoffs, but we're not mediocre, bad.
Yeah.
Kind of hate being in this position. And I'm kind of just ready to hit the reset button once again.
So my non-Colts fans, what y'all think they need to do this summer? Don't all speak at once.
The Colts need to let the kid get experience at quarterback, and that's
They
going
need AR to stop
going
playing
things.
girl.
No, he didn't play a lot in college. You shouldn't have drafted him, but you did. So
With a top 5 pick too.
These
you gotta let him play football.
I think Isaiah said that at the time too, that he should have
What
stayed
did
a
I
little
ask you
longer.
yesterday, youngin?
He should have stayed.
What successful Florida quarterback was in the league? Come on, man.
Tebow.
That's trash.
Tim Tebow, baby.
Stop it. Stop it. No.
Cam Newton.
Nigga came back as a tight
He has a
end.
playoff
Cam Newton.
win, too.
Cam Newton.
Fuck all that.
And he beat y'all, nigga, at that while you talking.
Nah.
Beat y'all in the playoffs, nigga. Don't be talking that spit about
That
Tebow.
was-
No. That does not count.
Tebow.
He said it don't count. That's good.
But Anthony Richardson, man, I feel like they definitely is just. He's hurt. He's healthy. He's just never healthy.
And I feel like y'all had a little mini garage sale on the low. On the low.
What do you mean by that?
Like when y'all got rid of Shaquille.
Well, he was gone. I'm not gonna lie. He was one of those guys who, great player, but he was so banged up to the point like he was scared to tackle people in like certain plays. It was kind of like, yeah, you not that guy. He went over to Philadelphia and it was the exact same reason. And I don't even know if he's still on the team as we speak.
Nah, he's still over there.
Still over there?
As far as I remember.
Yeah. But
I mean, the Eagles is deep on defense. So,
yeah, but I also would say that it's not all just on AR. Our secondary defense has been atrocious. I've literally bet on my parlay each week. I look to see who the other quarterback who we're playing against, and I always take the over on his yards because every single time I know it's
that's
going to
effed up.
That is
You
fucked up.
know
I would
how-
never do that to my Vikings. I would never do that.
Like, I watched Caleb Williams to like 300 something yards against us, man. Justin Fields had like 297, I think, against us. Almost beat us too.
Damn.
It's hard to watch at times, man. It's pathetic.
Yeah, only reason Fields lost to y'all is Pickens fumbled on the 4-yard line.
Oh, Drew Lock did to us like last week, man. We let up 45 to the Giants, a team that's trying to tank.
I mean, I don't really put too much stock in the last week of the season, man. Like,
But we weren't even that eliminated from us from playoff contention. Though we were still in the race, going into that game.
Were y'all?
Yeah, that loss knocked us out.
What did y'all need to happen?
I think we needed it was like a 10%. I think it was like we needed a lot of stuff to
okay.
possibilities, but that loss.
I thought I kind of figured y'all were out once y'all lost to the Donkeys because y'all lost the tiebreaker with them. So I feel like if y'all would have won that, y'all would have had a much, much better chance. Because I never believed in the Donkeys. They got a bunch of lucky wins amongst the way and, a bunch of garbage teams, little favorable parts of the schedule.
I think it was more so that we needed the Chargers to lose a couple.
not to cut y'all off at all, but Jay Will,
Yeah.
in my opinion, bro, this is outside looking in. You guys are that get to the quarter pole in the season, right? 3/4 of the way through, and are always in it, and then just shit down your leg the last 4 games or so. Is that a correct observation? Because you're never one of those teams that are just out of it from the beginning of the year. You always you're even in the fight for the division. This is every year, I'm saying, not just this year. And then just nothing the last.
That's because the division garbage, though.
Yeah, I feel like looking at it, like kind of what you're saying too. I feel like sometimes some seasons we just straight up underperform. Like the year we had Phillip Rivers, I think we went like 11-5, and it was one of those deals like we still missed the playoffs. You know what I mean? I think that was that year.
Y'all missed the playoffs going 11-5.
I think we were like one of like 3 teams that ever happened to. We were like,
Yeah, I know it happened to the Patriots once.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just feel like a lot of seasons we kind of just underperformed, and I feel like a part of it was coaching. Like Chuck Pagano obviously was not a good coach. Who's the other guy? Can't remember his name. Went to the Panthers. I cannot remember his name for some reason.
If only Andrew Luck didn't retire.
No,
It'll be tough.
I know they think about that all the time.
You know,
soon as y'all get a line in the squad, that nigga say, "Yeah, I'm cool."
I always reminisce about that season too, man, because it's like we finally had an old line to protect Luck. We still had weapons offensively and defensively. You know, I thought we was for sure like maybe a playoff, maybe a championship.
Y'all still had
T.Y. Hilton.
T. Hilton at the time, right?
T.Y. Just a couple of seasons ago, he had the receiving record, or most receiving yards in the league. So it was just like, man, when Andrew Luck retired, it was definitely like a dang. We finally have a team. We finally have.
He's not deal with these injuries no more. Don't forget because he played with a lacerated spleen.
Yeah, I don't blame him for retiring. At the end of the day, mental health is obviously more important than throwing a football. I'll 100% understand. It's just unfortunate more so than anything.
Just the time.
Yeah.
We look at it like Madden, bro, because like we or 2K, like we see players get hurt and then they just pop back out. We don't think about the mental toll, the rehab process, the therapy, and all the spit that goes into it for us to end up just seeing them again.
You gotta realize
that rehab is enough just alone, bro.
Yeah, he felt like he was losing his family. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Realize too, Andrew Luck had so many injuries that he played through. He was tough, and then of course you don't know what's going on off the field too.
It's just But salute to him.
You rich, you know what I'm saying? You putting it away. It's gaining 5%.
All right, y'all. I gotta go.
Up. You like, what am I doing this thing?
All right, GA.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Good seeing you, brother.
All right, man.
Real nice to meet you.
I better see you next week after that L, nigga.
Oh hell no, we're belt to ass the Rams this week.
Sound good.
Said belt to ass.
Yep. I don't know. That's not a team.
That's not the tallest thing I ever heard in my life.
Confident, man. Let me confident.
Belt to ass.
Let's go Jets. Jets. Jets.
First off, DA, what the fuck did you expect to happen? You finished the season the same way you started it. Not making the playoffs, you bum. Like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Sorry, I take the bum part out. That one just came out. Pause.
Pause.
But get what I mean.
It's like you want us to say pause. It's like you want us to say pause. It's like you saying that little stupid shit on purpose.
I didn't do that on purpose. It's just the way it came out.
Pause.
How else am I supposed to say it?
You just an attention whore right now. You
How else am I supposed to say it? You're doing, Marv. This is your fault.
No, it's not. You just stop saying gay shit.
All right, back to regular schedule programming. I know this is. We don't know where to have to start with this one, man. What the Jets need to do this summer?
Who cares what they need to do?
The question is, what is Aaron Rodgers going to do? Because they're going to give him the keys to the car. They're going to let him steer it.
I think he might be done, man.
don't think
I ain't
he
gonna
got.
lie. I think this might be this might be the one. Like he might be done.
He gonna take another mental break. Go to a
No,
dark
you
room.
right, Coop. He is gonna do that, but I think this is
Yeah.
the year he actually like says, "All right, I'm cool."
You gonna drink some ayahuasca and make that decision. You know?
Like, yeah, bro. Like he. I feel like he feels like he's only doing more damage than
Yeah.
good to his legacy at this point.
And they dropped his
So-
document, so that's how you know they're closing in on the end.
Yeah, man. It might that might have been Sunday. Might have been the last time we see AR on the field.
I wonder what draft.
Got a
stock-
prediction. He is so Purdy is going to try to strong arm San Francisco, hold out till August.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco is going to.
Oh, you think he goes over there?
Yeah. Or Cousins.
One last ride, huh?
One of them
on
two
the
old
Niners.
dudes is going to go over there with Shanahan. And
So you don't think Purdy gonna get his money then?
I don't. I think they're going to try to lowball him.
Interesting.
They're going to try to kick the can down the road a little longer, you know?
Yeah. And I've been saying this for years. We gonna see how good y'all niggas think Purdy is when it's time to pay him. So all them Niners fans who've been talking all that bullshit this whole entire time, we about to see if you really meant all that. Because if y'all really feel like he's what y'all say, then it should be no problem
I
paying him.
wanted to have a conversation with GA about Darnold before he left. I didn't know he was going to leave early.
Yeah, he'll be back, brother.
What to do with old Sammy?
Yeah, good question.
Them niggas gonna lose. They ain't coming back.
But I
Yeah,
feel like
if I gotta take my laptop to Minnesota myself, nigga.
This hasn't been enough up till now. Right now,
Bruh, I just told y'all. I don't think the Rams is like somebody you don't want to see in the playoffs.
I just feel like why give up on the quarterback that gave you those 14 wins?
I understand that. Say they get clipped by the Rams. What Sammy has done this year is not enough to get it.
Oh no, that's a different story. That's a different topic. I just think that they gonna get smacked in the playoffs.
I didn't even want Minnesota because I was actually rooting for them. That little did GA know. I know I was talking spit right now, but I actually wanted them to at least win a game until they got matched up with us. I was rooting for them on Sunday. I
think the luck has run out.
We'll see that. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Who was we on? Lost my train of thought. Who was we talking about?
Vikings.
Jets. We're talking about the Jets.
That's why I took you away from that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Jesus. That organization is a mess right now. They don't know what direction. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know if they want to draft. They don't know if they want to like who they want to pay. They done brought DA over there, and that's what ain't moving needle. Like they fired the coach who I feel didn't deserve to get fired.
Right.
They need a change of ownership, if anything. Like I think they need Jesus, and I really don't think it. Like they're in a bad position, and I feel like I don't think it's gonna be right this second, but I think within the next 2 years they're gonna be talking garage sale.
Yeah.
So everybody gear up and get ready because it's a lot of pieces that's gonna be, even down to the Hassan situation, them bringing him over and then don't want to pay him, like, and you knew he wanted to get paid. Like, this has just been it's been the season from hell for them in every way possible.
JETS,
Jets. I see why you niggas ain't made the playoffs in 15 years.
Terrible.
It's horrendous play.
And competency starts from the top.
There's no continuity. Yeah.
Let's go to the Niners, man. Even though we just kind of talked about them a little bit. What they got to do this summer?
Pay Jimmy G without CMC. See how far that goes. See how far that goes.
By the way, I just talked to Norman last night. He 100% does not want to pay Purdy. So just for the record.
He don't.
Yeah, he does not want to pay Purdy.
I wanted to hear his thoughts.
He'd rather this season just be a year off or go get some journeyman or something. He does not want to pay Purdy $60 million a year.
Yeah,
Nah, he's not worth 60 mil.
he's not.
Apparently, that's what he's asking
nowhere
for.
near no 60 mil just because that's what
Or-
Prescott got. Nah.
Did you say that's what he's asking for? That's crazy.
That's what his agent. I mean, if I'm his agent, and if we're just going off the numbers, F Kittle and CMC and all them. If I'm just going off the numbers and him having a top 5 MVP or top 10 MVP season or whatever, I'm bringing that to the table when I'm sitting there with Lynch. Like, nigga, this was my client did. F what you talking about with weapons and shit. This is my client's numbers, nigga, and I need top dollar for that. And let me be Purdy agent.
JCR.
It probably ain't even Purdy asking for that. It's the agent.
You got an argument there though, because it wasn't he like top 5 last year?
I believe so. So.
We got something to talk about.
I'm pretty sure he was top 5 in probably most quarterback categories and all that shit. You know what I mean? So he made a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm his agent, I use that. I use all of that.
Been to 2 NFC title games.
Yep, exactly. And one of them, the only reason it wasn't a conversation. Yeah, he tore his MCL, and they lost.
But he got the shoulder.
He got shoulder problems and shit.
Yeah, I'm
elbow issue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Messing with him like that.
That torn UCL, man. That was in his throwing elbow.
Yeah, Tommy John.
Can I give y'all my prediction though?
Yeah,
I think they're gonna be dumb enough to do it.
Yeah, let them be dumb enough to do it so they can miss playoffs again.
I think Purdy fits the module of a Niners quarterback of what they want. He fits the profile. Great team guy and all that shit. And I think they're gonna be stupid enough to do that shit. And as a Rams fan, I couldn't be happier for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let them keep shit in the bed because all these stars is hurt. Everybody's always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Consistently every year somebody.
Debo's all but gone for sure. He's out of there. And they're gonna try to rely on that the rookie nigga.
Ricky, yeah, they're gonna
try to rely on him. He's okay, but he's not gonna be what they think he's gonna be.
Don't forget they paid Ayuk too, so they want something.
Right, they paid Ayuk, and he showed he ain't no damn receiver one. I told y'all that. So good luck with that.
Who's trying to argue with that?
The whole damn panel that before the season started, Jay Will. Don't say panel.
I was on that episode.
Not me. No, don't.
You wasn't here. You must not been here then.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Whoever was on that panel, it was 5-on-1. I remember that. Dre was one of them. Ragu was one of them. Norman was one of them. Isaiah was one of them, and I can't remember who the last one was.
I think I was on that show. I don't think everybody. I know Isaiah. I think was the main person.
You know, I'm playing victim.
All right, watch. I'm finna post a clip. I'm finna post a clip.
I know I wasn't arguing with you about that garbage ass.
Was you? I don't think you was on that episode.
Part of that.
No, I wasn't. I never argued with you about that.
So yeah, I ain't saying. I'm saying
he's not
who was
him.
here.
He is not him.
We talked about that for almost a good hour.
Yeah,
and then I was coming back week after week when he was playing like spit, reminding niggas like, "Oh, what was y'all saying about this top 10 spit?" But yeah, it's enough of them niggas.
Yeah, pay Purdy so y'all can be sorry and never win that 6th Super Bowl ring.
Damn.
Please.
I think they're in a very I'm not gonna say they need Jesus necessarily, but they are in a very messy situation because they have so many contracts to get sorted out because they've been kicking the can down too long, as Ragu just said, with not just Purdy, but with a few players over there. And now it's like at some point it's time to pay the piper. And I think this is the off season where they finally gonna have to pay for that Super Bowl that they tried to buy a couple years ago.
Do y'all feel like Kyle Shanahan is on the hot seat right now?
He should have been on the hot seat, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I know Ragu's defended him a couple times, but I mean, I didn't like how Steve got scapegoated. And yes, will Shanahan get another job within 2 seconds? Absolutely, he will, because there's a number of teams who would take these 11, 12 win seasons and losing in the NFC or AFC championship. There's a number of teams who would take that over what their situation is now.
Me
but that being said, as the Einstein quote goes, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And I think that's the place that they're in right now.
Sign me up for that.
Let's go. Who's next, man? Or what you think, Jay? Where you at with the Niners right now? I know that's because you're an AFC guy, so.
No, I was just gonna say personally, I think with the Niners is that I don't see Purdy getting paid. Honestly, I mean, yeah, he's been to the Super Bowl, he's been to a couple NFC championships, but I just don't think $60 million.
He ain't getting 60.
He's not getting that. No.
And the agent can come there. Hey, JC, you can bring your greedy ass in there all you want. Ask him for 60. Not a $60 million guy.
No, he's not.
So, Ragu, if you...
I'm not saying he can't get paid, though, but he not... Purdy.
Ragu, if you got a guy...
They learned from Dak
If
Prescott
you look
and
at
Jerry
my
Jones.
last healthy season, the guys who got 60, my numbers was right in the midst of all of them, and I won more than all of them. Why can't I come in here and ask for 60? Why I can't ask for that?
Yeah, you can come and ask. Remember we had that show, we talked about starting points and all that, right? Like as it pertained to Max and Miles. Yeah, right? This dude got drafted the last guy in the draft, bro. We're going to raise you appropriate with where you were. We're not going to raise you like you were a first round guy. And
Jalen wasn't the first round guy, and he touched 260.
Well,
Jalen's different. That's where you talk. That's where you talk. If you're the agent, you start at Jalen.
Was Lamar drafted first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was the last guy in the first round.
Okay.
30th, I think.
36.
But you see what I'm saying? Now, there you go. We talking now. We had Jalen Hurts type money. What did Jalen, what did he get that 260 for? How many years?
I don't think it was 260. It might have been like early twos.
Whatever he got it for, that's the neighborhood Purdy can call himself talking about.
With Jalen.
Because really, that's a little bit high.
That's actually
because I think Jalen got drafted higher still. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, everybody got drafted higher.
But you can
So
still
you would give him 240?
240 for what? We're gonna look at what?
No, I'm saying you.
Nah,
talking
Jalen
about
did.
you can. Oh, Jalen got 240. I know, but Purdy is
I
not.
think Jalen got 240. Did he? Maybe 220.
I think if Purdy is smart, he takes the pay cut because I think if he goes anywhere other than the Niners, it's probably career suicide.
It is.
So if
Yeah,
he's
that's
smart,
what I'm
he'll
saying.
holler
They
at his
gonna call
agent.
bluff. They
Yeah,
gonna call his bluff.
exactly, Ragu. I would still ask for it, but if it gets to a certain point, or it looks like somebody else might get tapped or something like that, I think I have a conversation with my agent. Like, all right, my nigga, at this point, you work for me, like, and this is what we gonna do
Yeah, on the real.
because it's better to get what's the Jay-Z line? 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
All day long.
I think that would be his situation if he f's that up.
Day long.
All right, let's go.
You're right. I think he goes somewhere else. He gets exposed. He mess around, be out he'll get to hang around.
He ain't gonna be out the league, yeah, but he ain't gonna be where he at.
What am I saying? Of course he won't.
Yeah, in 2032, we're gonna be like that nigga still in the league.
Right.
I hope not.
He said, "I hope not."
Let's go Cowboys, man.
I just don't understand what the Dallas Cowboys. They have the fucking talent every year, and they just don't make playoffs. And then Jerry Jones wants to make the biggest boneheaded move ever and sign Dak right before Week 1. Now look where they're at.
Well, that got hurt, but
I don't
But
necessarily.
the point being is,
I do think Jerry he did some bozo spit to Cooper Rush, man. Like, so apparently he needed like close to 80 snaps or something like that for a $500,000 incentive, and that's the only reason why he started Trey Lance on Sunday.
Yeah, he said that's not the reason why. But I mean, why else? I mean, you had the opportunity. To
They always say that, bro. Come on.
I was about to say, they,
If that's not the reason why, then why you didn't start Trey Lance 3-4 weeks ago, then, nigga?
Can't say you thought he was the better.
What is it that changed so much by this game that, like, come on, bro? Like, who you think you talking to?
Man.
Up with the shirt, Coop, by the way.
See how they be doing you?
Oh, appreciate you.
That's what happened with Fields too,
Appreciate
right?
Yeah.
Something similar.
Yeah. Yep. Steelers were trying. I think it's like by a round or something. The pick, if he played half the season, they were gonna get a lower pick than what was projected from the trade. So
Yeah, so let's just screw the kid up.
yep.
I feel like that's disrespectful.
But at least he put on a good audition tape before they did it. You know.
How you feel about Trey Lance? You know, you got to watch him.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was hoping Isaiah came today. That's why I'm not going crazy or nothing. But I got Norman last night. I talked to him on the phone. You know, he trying to backtrack a little bit. But yeah, Trey, I liked what the F I saw. I ain't gonna lie. I liked what I saw. This was my first time like actually watch. Like Terrell was like, you know what? Let me watch this game. If he can't do nothing in this game right here, then that might tell you what you need to know. And he played good, man. Was he perfect? No. He had the underthrow on that touchdown when it got to the goal line. So, there's some things he can clean up, but as far as extending plays and looking comfortable and all that, Trey looked like in the right situation, he can be a good quarterback in the league.
Oh yeah. I agree with you. I feel like for the Cowboys too, I feel like the main concern, and it's an easy fix, is that running back group right there. I feel like they're in the perfect spot in the draft. I think they're like pick number 12. Or I feel like you don't even have
But you think they're gonna take Ashton?
I feel like you got to. I don't feel like you take anybody
Ashton
else.
probably knocked himself down a couple notches after that game.
I feel like he's still in the same boat to be honest with you. But I just feel like you can't.
So you don't think nothing changed?
It was back there on him.
I mean, the fumbles wasn't in the backfield though.
Yeah, I can't knock a fumble on them, but yeah,
whatever, man. Don't buy into that, bro. That was just talk on the internet. The dude is good. You can't.
No, I was watching the game. I'm not saying like personally. I feel
you ain't gonna mess up your whole season worth of shit off for just dropping the ball. I mean, fumbling one game.
In the playoff game, though.
Yes. Yeah. No.
He had 30 carries.
Like if you spit the bed in a playoff or March Madness game, you don't think that changes your stock direction in any type of way?
That's basketball.
I said playoff or March Madness.
I don't even think so in basketball, but definitely not in football, man. It's one game. You know what I'm saying? If you a scout, you would count that against a kid.
But all I'm saying, the Cowboys had one of the worst rushing attacks, in the league. You know what I mean? I feel like you just can't. If you in a running back class like this, I feel like you just can't pass up on an RB right now. You know what I mean? Especially when RBs, it feels like, you kind of need to get them while they're really, really young because, they're not worn down to the ground. Yeah, I feel like you got to grab a Genty. Like you can't. I feel like
man, even the colleges be wearing these niggas out these days.
They be having 30 carries a game.
You said what, Ragu?
They need to improve their running back room. The Cowboys do, no question about it.
They need to get a running back room.
And if they get Genty,
hey man, Dowdle, he had a couple good games, man. Don't.
Who?
Rico Dowdle.
That was kind of like I'm the only running back here, so somebody got to get the yards, the touchdown. That was one of those type of things. I don't think he's.
Oh man, he had good fantasy value as well. Some of them weeks.
You sound like a man who picked him up a couple weeks when you needed him at the right time, and that's what you going off of.
Dowdle did his thing a couple weeks there, bro.
It reminds me like on the Seahawks. reminds me like when the Seahawks lost all their running backs and they started Alex Collins, rest in peace, and he had like a couple hundred yard games, but everybody kind of know like it was like
Yeah, you could tell when
Somebody-
it's kind of like, all right, y'all niggas ain't got nobody else. So,
you know.
but you're right. Running back is definitely probably the most important right now.
That defense in the free agency
The
market.
defense was kind of beat up this year, if we're being fair. Micah was a little underwhelming for our standards of him. Shut up, Ragu.
Hey,
Uh,
yeah. And I had took all that stuff back. I said, he
I
ended up
think
proving me
they
right.
should just put Jerry Jones in the home and
It's time.
Amen.
It's
Amen.
like, come on, man! You keep doing all this boneheaded shit, and
How is that not a conflict of interest for the owner to be the general manager? Can somebody explain that to me?
If that's your team.
Am I missing something?
I'm not the guy that.
I think we all missing something, JC. Because what's going on here? Like, what's like? Why are y'all still letting
Like
this idiot?
you're negotiating with me about me giving you my money versus talking to somebody who's, I guess who's absolutely just thinking about the team evolving. You're probably thinking about the team evolving, but you're also thinking about your pocketbook. To me, that's not a good person to negotiate with.
Smart.
I feel about that for a lot of owners, especially Gail Benson and the Saints owner. Like I feel like she is the worst owner in the league, in my opinion.
Most definitely.
Not at all.
Most
She's
definitely.
gonna inherit that team from her husband, but still, it's just kind of she don't really do anything.
It's not this job is not for her.
She owns the Pelicans too, which you can make
What the fuck?
Well, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
showing ever since, like rest in peace her husband, but like she has done nothing to kind of.
That's kind of crazy though. How you end up owning an NBA and NFL team in the same city?
Yeah.
And still do nothing with it.
That money.
Because you're tall.
I hear you.
You're tall. What else is to do it?
Let's go Tennessee.
Ugh. I don't even
No comment on that.
The number one pick in the 2025 draft.
I do not want to see Sanders or Cam Ward in the Titans jersey, man. It just don't feel right.
Did you guys see the?
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be Shador, Tennessee, Cam, Cleveland. That's what it's looking like right now.
They better not put Cam
Tennessee
Ward.
fans with
The
the
help is on the way.
Help is on the way. Cool.
Did you see their the Titans
my
on
God.
Sunday put brown paper bags over their head with Shador Sanders
Yes.
cutout picture?
Yes, sir.
Man, Titans.
I'm with you though, Jay. I mean, when the last time we seen Tennessee develop a quarterback correctly?
I said correctly. That's a very long time.
They tried with Mariota. We saw how that went.
Was Aaron McNair even drafted there?
Every Houston, yeah, but Orleans, whatever, yeah.
Oh,
Still the same
yeah.
people.
I guess it depends on if you claim, that franchise with Tennessee.
I feel like he's in trouble if he goes to tennis. And it's sad because it's like you kill a quarterback's career before it even gets started.
Right.
Makes me feel like even though I gave up on my guy Levis, makes me feel like, man, like maybe if he was in the right situation, it would have been different.
Hell no, brother.
Levis.
Talk about Purdy. If Purdy go to a different team, shit, imagine that he go to a different team. He definitely fucked.
It's also funny to me.
Marv.
That motherfucker gonna be looking like, what do I do now?
I feel like in 2021 though, like the Titans look so promising. They had Tannehill coming off a good year. They had AJ Brown. Derrick Henry was still there.
That was what it was right there. That AJ Brown spit. Niggas is overlooking that.
They replaced
And
him
they
with
still overlooked that.
AJ changed that offense.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Simmons was young.
Damn, Jeffrey said, damn.
They just like fell off the past few years, man.
And they never truly addressed their defense back then. Their defense probably got more weapons now than they did when they was winning.
Yeah.
It's ever since that AJ Brown trade, man. They just kind of
It's been all bad. It's been
That's
all
crazy.
bad. And it's been all great for the Eagles.
Bro, we really, at one point in time, we really had the Titans in the AFC Championship. Like, that's crazy with Ryan Tannehill at the center. AJ Brown. That's crazy.
And Tannehill was looked at as done.
Who
after
they
he
beat
left
to
Miami.
go there?
Oh, yeah.
So what
Ha, ha, ha.
Who they beat to go there?
They beat New England in the wild card
No,
round.
y'all niggas want to talk shit about me. Who they beat to go there?
And as a matter of fact, they didn't just they beat Tom Brady and the Patriots at home in the wild card round. Logan Ryan interception to seal the game.
That's what happens when y'all don't have the opportunity to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Preach.
a win's a win. It needs to be taught more.
Mm-hmm. One of the greatest moments in history.
Remember, kids, cheating is not, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
There you go with that dumb damn quote.
Hey, a win's a win.
Y'all niggas ain't trying, nigga. Talking about not trying. When the last time y'all tried? Y'all ain't tried on the field in 5 years.
Hey,
we went
how
to
you
the
know? Maybe
postseason.
they are trying and they just shit.
They
They are trying and they just
That's even
need
worse.
the right players to do it.
They are trying. They just garbage as hell.
We just need the right players to buy in.
Kids, the same ones that just heard the
Cheat.
sports junkie say that dumb spit.
Yeah.
Also know you're listening to somebody's team who hasn't won over 3 games in like 4 years. So keep that in mind when you listen to his advice.
Hey,
Now
remember,
on to the next team.
a win's a win.
On to the next team in the AFC least.
Oh,
We got the Dolphins.
boycott.
We boycotted them, so we can move on from them.
Tyreek Hill boycott.
Yeah, Tyreek is up for sale though. That's why Tyreek up for sale.
Yeah, Andy looking for a receiver, man. Talk to.
Where does Tyreek go? I wonder where he going. Where do y'all think he going?
He gonna go back home. He's like, I should have never left y'all.
He's going back to the Chiefs. Did you see Stephen A's comment? No, don't
Yes,
say.
I agree with him. Stay your punk ass there.
Made your bed, you gotta lay in it.
That'll land it. You over here
It's
talking about
crazy, though.
Tua got a better throwing on than Mahomes.
He did take he
Did.
100% clearly chose Miami for monetary purposes. So
Exactly.
it's like now all of a sudden you tired of losing. Like you knew that it was gonna be a project situation you were going to when you left a winning, probably the most winningest organization in the last 5-6 years, and you left that to go get more money. So I mean, that's what comes with that, bro. Like, I mean, what was you expecting?
And you know what's crazy? The Chiefs are going to welcome him back with open arms.
No, the hell they ain't. They've been winning without him. So
Exactly.
they ain't going. They didn't want to pay him the first time. What make you think they're gonna try to pay him this time?
Exactly. You got D-Hop over there now?
Oh,
Come on, man. Xavier Worthy coming up too.
I mean, it's certain teams that could use him, but I mean,
Yeah.
I just think if it's not a contender, he's not gonna go over there. Or if he can't make a team into a contender.
He's not Jay Will. I don't think.
I mean,
Yeah.
who's the team? That's even ideal for him.
I
Like,
mean, Houston. I mean, Houston they ain't got a receiver. Tank Dale kind of,
they got good
I
receivers.
know my
They just
Rams
hurt.
are probably. I ain't gonna lie. This might be Cooper Kupp last year, so it's possible they kicked the tires.
I feel like long shot with the Commanders as well.
Commanders.
Washington is that's a great.
Washington
That's a
is
great one, Joe
nasty choice.
I love that fit. Pause. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
CJ, that's why we bring you on the show. Make niggas think outside the box.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a homie about that. He was like, he hates Tyreek Hill now. He's a Dolphins fan, and I was like, after that, he was like, he lost all respect for him
Because he said he want to go.
Because I think it was kind of like relating to what Marvin said. You was just saying like, Tua was, he was talking like Tua was like the best.
Hold on. Time out.
He also didn't realize Tua
Hold
was
on.
gonna get-
Time out to the whole all grind delegation. Time out. Did anybody here take that statement serious?
Not at all, but I think he hated that he hyped him up like that just to be like, you know what? I just want to get out of here now. It's just kind of ridiculous that he would do something like that, and I understand
It's
him.
just the fact that you said it, though.
I mean, if you're trying to shoot confidence into your quarterback, I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
I would have said
And Tua played good after that until he start rocking his head back and forth.
Multiple times.
I ain't gonna laugh at that. I'm gonna laugh at that.
Get off the field, then, nigga.
Like for real.
You ain't got to worry about them type of jokes. I didn't want to see that. How about that? And you still making me watch it.
Facts.
What does Miami do this offseason? What do they need to do this offseason?
Hire some more doctors because shit about to get more fucked up over there. That's all you really can do. It's just fucked up over there. You got a junkie head coach who just looks like he's a lawyer from Vice City. Look like he doped up all the time. It's not really a good situation over there. Miami, call God. I'm sorry. Jesus.
Xavier never got signed to nobody, yeah.
Who?
Xavier never got signed to nobody, yeah.
I don't think so.
I think he has some off the field issues.
This is what we told Dre. Settle in, Miami. It's gonna get worse for y'all.
The AFC least. I like that name, Ragu.
That's where it's getting to.
It's about to be weak as hell. It's gonna get weaker.
That man LeBron is crazy.
Except for the Bills.
Let's go. Let's go Giants. Go to Coop City.
That's Jersey.
I believe this is the number 3 pick. I think that's who's getting Travis. Unfortunately, unless some trade happens, but it looks like that's where Travis is going.
Man, what they gonna do with quarterback then? What
Well, the only reason I say that is because by the time Cam and Shedeur come off the board, is there any quarterback that's that good that you take over Travis? Even though you need a quarterback, is there somebody who's like, sometimes you got to say F that fits with.
Yeah,
we're taking the best player available, and I feel like if you don't, unless you get Cam or Shedeur, it's really you take the best player available at that point.
Is Travis the best player available?
Well, I mean, that would be another conversation.
I feel like if they're not going quarterback, if I'm the Giants, just because I feel like
go for the line.
I feel like they trade back a little bit. Honestly, if they feel like if the quarterback is out of play,
that's a good one. That's a good idea. Yeah,
because I feel like if you want a wide receiver, first of all, I don't even think Travis Hunter as a wide receiver is that great as a prospect as people are acting like. But I feel like there's also a lot of options with the guy over at Arizona, McMillan. If you want Travis, then stay there because somebody's going to take him top 5. You know what I mean? But I just feel like Travis is more of a corner. But I feel like if I'm the Giants, if I'm done, if I'm not thinking about a quarterback, I'll probably trade back into like the 7th or 8th spot, and give that
to get what?
To get a wide receiver because I feel like McMillan. I feel like it's their guy. If that's what they want, of course.
So you want to get Neighbors some help?
Yeah.
What's the point of having all these receivers? You ain't got nobody to throw to them.
They got Drew Lock.
They couldn't even say that with a straight face.
I know, right?
He said they got Drew Lock.
They got Drew Lock.
The guy singing "Young."
It's gonna be interesting though. I think the way the draft order is right now, I don't think it's gonna be like this on draft day. I feel like it's gonna be some teams to make some moves.
Something weird is about to happen on draft day.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be a fun summer, man. After the season's over, it's gonna be fun.
Titans even trade that pick back. I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope so, bro. Because if Shedeur goes there, I think it's a wrap, bro.
It's over. I feel bad. Unless Deion has a say so.
That's probably one of the worst situations he can go to.
You think Deion Sanders will get a say so in this or nah?
No.
I don't know. What the fuck?
What the F Deion got to do?
Yeah, what are you gonna say? I don't know why y'all niggas keep thinking he can have something to say. What can he say?
Shout out Deion, but who y'all think that nigga is?
Fuck you think you is, man?
Ain't nobody bigger than the program.
That shit irks my soul when niggas ask stupid ass questions like that.
But yeah, I think
like what the fuck can he say or do? Like
Go say my
No. Oh, what the nigga going?
Tennessee. I think out of me looking at the top 5 picks right now, I feel like Tennessee is the absolute worst situation he could go to out of those. Especially for the ones that need a quarterback. I'd rather him go to Cleveland or New York than Tennessee.
I wanted him in New York badly.
But the Giants ain't taking no black quarterback, so that's probably out the question anyway.
And what you gonna do with Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun, I mean, they probably gonna play how Atlanta just did, just see how he play next year, and if he starts spitting the bed, Cam, what you be saying, Raku?
Get out there.
Get your young butt out there.
The young ass out there.
I think John Cohn's kind of done with. I think that experiment is over.
Well, apparently they said he's gonna start the season in 25 as of right now. So, I mean, I don't see no hurt. I don't see no harm in that. You gave a man a fully guaranteed contract. At least you can do is see.
I mean, I guess they don't have like playoff aspirations or whatever. So I guess maybe now is a good chance to pick up weapons for the future, and then address that quarterback maybe in a year or two later.
So don't take Cam.
No, I feel like
passing on Cam would be crazy, bro.
I just don't want Cam to get drafted and he sits that first year. I really don't want to see that.
Nigga, see, that's the effing problem. You fans like you. That's the effing problem right there. They need to sit their butt down before getting thrown in the fire. That's the problem now.
Let them learn behind some.
Thank you. Everybody ain't Jaden and CJ.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Let him learn first, and then
let him sit behind a veteran. And then, you know what I'm saying? When it's time, they'll know when it's your time, it's your time.
I just hate when it's like, I understand with some quarterbacks, but I'm like, man, he's the number 2 pick, though.
Learn.
Trubisky was a number 2 pick, too, Jay Will.
He was just trash. I don't I was saying that the entire draft process. I didn't see what they
got carried by that defense.
I got a question out of curiosity. What did you think about Mahomes when he got drafted in real time?
I don't think anybody. I thought he was a decent pick. It was one of those things where I was like, okay, they drafted Mahomes because obviously Alex Smith was out the door. I didn't expect Alex Smith to start the season. I thought he would be gone by then. So I was kind of surprised by that. But eventually he did leave, and we saw Mahomes, and he's Mahomes. But at the time period, I was kind of disappointed because it's also another situation where it's like, man, a quarterback that I love to see in college, top 10 pick, not starting immediately. It's just kind of it's kind of hard to see because
But then you throw him in the fire, bro, and who knows? It might end up really bad. So just give him something to learn.
What's that Chiefs team of fire at that time period?
It was decent, but that wasn't like all that.
I don't know. But obviously, we see how that worked out now, so I can't just sit here and deny that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what team I brought up in the first place. Did I say the Jags, or was we on Tennessee? Wait, which team did I say?
He was on Tennessee.
It was on Tennessee.
Tennessee. All right, my bad. Jesus, right?
Yes.
I don't know how you improve your defense like that and then win 3 games. Like, your defense should at least get you 6-7, at least. I don't understand that.
Was horrible.
That sounds like coaching at that point, but I'm gonna mind my business. Or tanking, either one. Let's go to Isaiah
So you
City.
saying you saw evidence of tanking?
You said what?
You said you seen evidence of tanking?
I'm saying for you to improve your defense like that, and then you go out there and win 3 games, it had to have been either some dog spit coaching or some tanking going on.
Yeah, I think it was just bad coaching, terrible play. They suck. I seen they hardest trying to win. They just terrible. Yeah, they just got awful.
Let's go to Isaiah City, man. Jacksonville.
That's where we was. I thought that's where we was at.
No, we was on.
I was.
I thought we was on the Jags.
Well, I don't know. Jay,
Tennessee.
y'all said Tennessee. Y'all said I said Tennessee, which if I remember
I think we
correctly,
had
I did say
carried the-
Tennessee.
Yeah, I think we had carried the debate out to we started talking about the
Yeah,
Browns.
I think it was Tennessee. So
Oh.
yeah, let's go Jags.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Fuck that. They're terrible. that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
these
about.
niggas was just trash. I
Yeah,
said before the
these niggas
season
was
started.
pure trash.
I was one win off. I gave them 5 wins, and these sorry niggas couldn't even get that. And I remember Isaiah was so mad when I said that 5 wins, but I was one off.
Man. I'm kind of happy their head coach is gone. I didn't feel like it was going to work at all, and it kind of showed. There's too many bad decisions, play calling too. It was time, you know. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence. I feel like I'm still waiting for Trevor Lawrence to become that guy, and I feel like the more I wait, the more
I feel like the generational talk is over.
yeah.
But can he? But
I
he
think-
can be a good quarterback, possibly.
Yeah, he can be like, he'll be around. You know what I mean?
Right.
He'll always be like a decent, starting quarterback.
He'll be like one of the lower tier starters.
Yeah, but generational, it's like at this point, he's in like year 4 or 5?
Exactly. Niggas are still holding on.
It's kind of
Where Isaiah at? He needs to hear this.
it's over. This ain't Clemson no more.
Let him hold on. He ain't got nothing else to. Let him hold on.
He's still gonna bring up that half a stretch of season they had when he played some good football as his evidence. And Urban Myers. Is that Jesus? Jacksonville?
I feel like the right coaching hire could potentially fix that, though. I don't think it's necessarily Jesus. I feel like they're.
I mean, ever since they went 7-2 last year, from that point to now, it's like, what's the problem? And it's not something. One thing I do agree with Isaiah on. That's not something you can blame on one person. This has to be a collective of, bad things going on, whatever that may be.
Yeah. Just.
Let's go Cardinals. What's their record? I can't even. Where is these niggas at?
Were they 8-9 this?
8-9. There they go. Yeah. Cardinals, man. What they need to do this offseason?
There's some better play callers over there for sure.
It definitely starts with the coaching.
They showed promise throughout the season. I think I will give them credit. I think they were better than what I was expecting.
I mean, they were number 1 in the NFC West at one point.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking week 1 or 2. I'm talking like 6-7 weeks in.
Yeah,
like a winning streak. They won like on a 5-6 game at one
Something
point.
like that. Yep.
it's just they at some point finally just deteriorated.
Yeah,
I don't think that defense. I don't think that defense is much to talk about outside of Buddha.
I also think Marvin Harrison. He's another one of those guys where a lot of people hyped him extremely, really, really high.
He is nice though. No, he is nice.
And he is nice, but I saw people was like, he was a bust, and I'm like, are we watching the same Marvin Harrison? I know he's not.
Bus is crazy.
That's that. Yeah. I wouldn't say that. That's going to.
I wouldn't even talk to casual fans like that. Like you clearly.
The way they were talking about Caleb Williams, but Marvin Harrison was like they were calling him like one of the best wide receiver prospects we've seen in a minute. You know what I mean? And people were kind of like, he kind of underperformed. I'm like, y'all got to remember, he's still a rookie.
He started off hot and then he did fizzle a little bit, but he's adjusting. He's a rookie,
Yeah, and I feel like,
and it ain't like he got the best quarterback in the world and nothing like that.
Yeah, I think it just hurts him as well that his other peers like Neighbors, Brian Thomas, that they had better a better season than them. But I'm still sitting here thinking like he can still be that that guy, that number 1 receiver we talked about.
He has a quarterback that relies too much on elite route running, and you know what I'm saying. Like Kyler Murray is pretty much as good as the receiver you give him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the type that's going to elevate his receivers, and I mean that's okay. Every quarterback is not like that, I mean, but he's shown that he could be good with an elite receiver. We seen it when he had Hopkins. So, if But I mean, we can't put too much on Harrison if him in his first season you're expecting him to carry his quarterback. Like it's, I mean, that's a tough ask.
Yeah. Do y'all still feel like Kyler can be the guy in Arizona?
I mean, he's better than I think anything else they're gonna get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody in the draft who I feel like is potentially that they realistically can get that's better than him. And I don't see any free agents that's like so much better than Kyler Murray to where it's like, all right, we got to go get them. So I feel like, yeah, just look it out. You cool with Murray? Murray's not bad. Like, I don't think he's a bad quarterback.
Don't get me wrong, he's not bad. He's not good enough to where it's like he can go out there and like, win, at big moments, whatever, but he's not bad enough to like, what?
Yeah, it's where you're gonna be in the top 5 lottery type split.
He's stuck right in that middle.
Right. And I feel like you gotta in the meantime while you have him, just build your team. You know what I'm saying? And if that conversation comes one day to where it's like, okay, we have a good enough team at everything but our quarterback, then you have that conversation and you figure something out. But in the meanwhile, just keep building your team, getting the best pieces available, fix that defense, give Buddha some help over there, and I think they should be all right.
But they did really kind of slip up the end of the year.
Yeah, they did. But hey, they're everybody can't go. It's like one of them type of things.
Especially when that division was just kind of packed. Like, everybody was
it was real tight, like till the end of the season, really. It was like, I mean, and it was so many. I think all of us led, other than the Niners. I think we all was number one in the division at some point. Like, so that shows how tight it was all year.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do the Giants yet or no?
Yeah, we did the Giants.
Yeah, we did.
So we got one more team, and we know who that is. The Clevelanders. I should have called Tyrell for this. Actually, I shouldn't have. He
ran it last week.
You said what?
He ran it so much about it last week.
I know.
Thinking about the Browns.
That he probably would have just came in here wanting to talk about Joy Taylor the whole time. So I'm glad he set this one out. Let that blow up. What does Cleveland need to do this offseason?
Keep doing what you're doing so you can be terrible. That's what I gotta say. Keep doing what
the fellow AFC North compadre. Okay.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Keep Diddy Watson.
I forgot about that.
Keep the line. Keep everybody.
Oh, this thing is stupid.
Call everybody back,
man. Please. I feel like the main thing, they got to fix that line though. For the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible this year. I feel like that needs to be.
I'm like, what, bro, Jay? I'm trying to figure out what changed between this year and last year because the line was good last year.
I don't know. I don't know if it was just like the momentum.
They had a huge decline.
I don't know, man.
Hey,
have you talked to Flex too? Did he say anything about that?
JC, I don't think Cleveland fans even know what happened. No, I'm not even saying that to be funny, y'all. It's just the fact. What really happened? For real? You guys had Flacco off the couch. Why didn't you bring him back? Like, what's really going on?
Well, I understand why they didn't bring that nigga back, but yeah. That magic was only gonna last for so long.
That's true.
They didn't bring him back the same reason the Colts kept benching him.
That's crazy.
Ragu, what you think? We can't hear you, Ragu. You're muted.
He's connected to the headset.
You said what?
I think he don't got his.
We can't hear you, brother.
Your mic's out.
Dang, he probably been muted half the episode. We didn't even realize it.
Bro.
Cool. I know you're gonna be surprised to hear me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus, Cool. Jesus.
I'm talking about the Cleveland.
We on Cleveland.
I'm not
line or Cleveland, period.
Cleveland, period. Like, what you think they need from your observation outside looking in?
The Lord.
Man,
and the 12 to
They
7.
do have a very messy situation, man. You went from
Hey.
11. You know what's the problem? My bad. Before you go, Ragu, you know what I think the biggest problem with them is? They went from 11 wins last season to 3 wins this season, and they don't know why.
Exactly.
And I think that's the biggest problem with them right now.
I think they need a quarterback, bro. Sorry to say.
I think so too.
They won 11 games without one. So it can't be that.
You know, there's only so many times you can get away with that.
That's true. That is true.
So you giving up on Diddy?
He needs to.
It's default.
It's not gonna work there, man.
Change the scenery.
So
Maybe.
default, the Dream Chaser's gone. He's not there no more.
And you got to realize too.
And he's hurt, man.
I think it.
Yeah,
Ragu, I think it helps.
JC, real quick, I was just gonna say, you know, we said it earlier on in the season. Between the sexual assault cases, getting hurt, missing all this football time.
But everybody always want to bring up that shit. Why don't y'all bring up the shit he lost his pops? Childhood friends. He had a lot of personal shit going on. And I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, like, he did have a lot of personal.
And I think it would help, because this is another thing I've said about quarterbacks in the past. I feel sometimes having a quarterback who's right on your heels helps you play better in some ways too. Mm-hmm. And you know, that's to explore the Cam thing I was talking about, Jay. If they was to get Cam, knowing that it's somebody right behind you emerging, that's ready to take that position. Y'all niggas right.
I never noticed until you say it. I never noticed until you said it.
Because I knew it was coming from these niggas, bro. I'll be having to beat them to the punch.
It was after. It was after.
That did sound crazy. But when you have another quarterback on your heels, you know what I'm saying, and you have that pressure, and fans, you know, seemingly wanting to, hey, give this guy a chance, give this guy a shot. I think sometimes it makes a quarterback play better when they know that their job isn't like sealed, signed, and delivered. And I think that can help him in a way if you draft somebody like Cam behind him.
And I feel like that's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly, Ragu. Exactly. We've seen that help certain guys. Like
it ain't never hurt nobody.
Yeah, all of a sudden they start talking about like, man, put that guy in off the bench, and then all of a sudden you see the quarterback start playing better. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens.
Yes.
So I'm not opposed to hollering at, you know, going ahead and just grabbing Cam. And I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they got other draft picks. Do your job, scouts.
It's gonna be an interesting draft. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's gonna be an interesting offseason period.
Summer, yeah, it's about to.
It's just a lot of teams that kind of like, you know, they have, you know, big question marks that they need to fill, and how are they going to address certain issues? It's gonna be a full of fun.
Yeah, what did they just do? Jay Will? Oh no, Jay Will, like, don't ask me. They just got rid of the O'Core and kept the coach.
Who, the Browns?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they did. Bro.
They made some kind of move coaching wise, but I know Stefanski is still there. We need Tyrell in there.
I mean, he just won Coach of the Year, so I mean, they weren't gonna fire him off of one season. Now, if next season, you know, he only got 3 wins and they 10, 11 weeks in.
If he wasn't as tall, Coach of the Year or not, they'd have fired his ass. They'd have fired his ass. Guarantee you that.
That's neither here nor there.
Coach of the Year fired the same year. Shout out Dwayne Casey.
But, yeah. Like I said, Browns, bring back Diddy, bring back Jameis, bring back Dorian, whatever the fuck his name is. Bring back all them niggas. Please.
No, Winston probably gonna get like a little
they gonna get Winston
minimum contract to, you know, to do like a fill-in year for somebody.
Yeah.
That need a quarterback.
Basically what Winston is anyways. Just a filler.
I agree. Nigga flex on no big deal, talking about he want Winston back. Nigga.
You see, he ain't been back since, right?
Jameis got hurt, though, right? He ended the season hurt, didn't he?
Yeah, that nigga.
I'm talking about, he said that before that.
Yeah, his feelings was hurt. That's all.
He probably
Sorry.
desperate right now. I gotta realize that he probably desperate for something right now. He ain't got no hope.
I feel it. I feel it. You right, Jay. You right, Jay.
No, Jay, you're not right. No. I ain't giving them no sympathy, bro. No.
Mark said, "Fuck that."
That's your division rival, so I can understand why.
The 2024 season is officially over.
That's
gentlemen.
crazy.
It went by fast.
It sounds depressing when you say that.
It
just sounds
does.
like-
I mean, we about to
How
be
fast did that go, though, man?
That went too fast, bro. Like, damn.
It felt like we was just doing predictions, like just the other day.
That's crazy, man.
I still remember my takes fresh, most of them.
The season really was a breeze, though.
We got the recap coming soon to see who was talking some bullshit.
It feels like just yesterday.
I can't wait to watch that and see what happens.
Yeah, you got to pull up, Coop. I know you
I'm
wasn't on that
definitely gonna
episode,
pull
but
up
you
on that
gotta
one.
you gotta come laugh at niggas.
I'm definitely about to.
Like y'all niggas said what?
I was like, wait a minute, pause this shit. I was like, damn out.
Get the clips ready and everything.
Any last oh yeah, for sure, Jay. For sure. I gotta work on that too. Any last words, man, before we close the chapter and get into this playoff preview?
Just crazy, man. The season really went by like that. How you gonna do that to us? That was too funny.
For the teams like
That's me, baby.
Ragu and Dre, the pain is over with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can relax now. I know it was a long season.
Your
my
stress
brothers.
is just beginning, JC.
I know, right? Now it's me, Coop, turn to
And Coop,
start
y'all
stressing and
stress
spit.
is just beginning. Time to bite those fingernails this weekend.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, man.
Biting shit.
First quarterback.
Oh.
Mark.
Fuck that.
That being said, man, y'all ready, man? Playoff time, baby.
That's
Best
crazy.
time of the year.
Greatest time of the
Good,
year.
y'all should be happy right now.
Let's go.
Who happy?
Close it out right.
Had a
We was
reason.
1-4, Coop. We was 1-4. I'm ecstatic, nigga.
Oh, I know y'all happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all.
We was 1-4. I used to pray for times like this.
I used to.
This is bad.
So the Kansas City and Detroit, unfortunately, get to stall their pain at least one more week. So we got automatic dubs on them sides. So we will start with the we'll go AFC first. We'll go to the AFC side. Donkeys and Bills, man. Let me hear your predictions, fellas.
Buffalo for sure.
Why? Right? Let's hear it. I mean,
I'm taking Buffalo because number one, Josh Allen and the Bills, they're tired of all this playoff heartbreak, and I feel like this is the year that they're finally gonna. I feel like this will be their year to finally break through, and it's going to start with Denver.
The
Unfortunately,
breakthrough. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Wait a minute.
I was about to say.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. You said heartbreak. It's only one girl breaking their heart.
That is true.
well, that's what I'm saying.
you
They're playing with fire this year. They
they're
and
running through all these little raggedy holes, and then when they get to the bad one, it's like, oh, they should.
Let's be fair though. Hold on, because I think people like to dismiss this little part. When they beat Baltimore, let's not act like Lamar didn't leave in the middle of the damn third quarter.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
right,
like,
and-
I like how people, dismiss that little small fact of that game.
Right. That's
all right. And can we get a little
people
bit
didn't watch the
of
game. People didn't watch the game.
can we get a little bit of like why? Like we say, Dre, you was like you said what you said, JC. You announced the game, who was playing, and then you like, oh, Buffalo for sure.
I just
I
think
mean, like,
Ragu, why you
bro?
picking?
Outside of the narrative of of them being tired, like football wise, why do you think
Ragu, why you?
Buffalo is going to beat Denver for sure?
This nigga after.
Why are you checking this nigga?
Yeah, why you doing it?
What y'all tripping off of, bro?
He wants a real reason why. He don't want to hear like this, the speculations and stuff.
Yeah.
I just think they have a better team. I think they're going to, and they're playing like they have something to prove.
They could be speaking the easiest narrative.
It could be.
they got the best
Sometimes
team.
it could be Ragu, but sometimes it is that simple. Like when you talking about certain teams, like, yeah, you could get to the X's and O's and specifically why this is gonna happen. But sometimes some niggas just come in with the energy of like, man, we're not losing this game. Like, it's time.
We get to we didn't play the whole 17, 18 weeks of football.
You right. You know their strengths and weaknesses.
Reason.
You right.
He's seen both teams play. You feel me? I know he he got a reason why he was saying that. That's all I was saying, bro.
I mean, the Bills. I mean, to me, that's probably like the easiest game we're gonna talk about in the first round. Like, I mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like it's a bad draw for Buffalo.
I think the jackass is gonna win. I think Bo Nix is gonna have a great game.
whoa.
Yeah, I think it's a bad draw.
I think it's gonna be an upset. I think
Got
it's
some
gonna be an
hot
upset.
takes.
I think that idiot Sean Payton will outcoach McDermott.
I feel like it's a bad draw because of what he's saying. Because
Coop,
Denver is
I
a
feel
team
like you
that
just
plays
want a
in the
hot
cold
take
as
today.
well.
That's a hot take.
Ain't no way in hell. It ain't no way in hell.
Man.
Josh Allen
Look,
losing that
and Denver
game.
is a defensive team too. So all of that is not. I don't know, man. I don't think they're gonna win.
But we're also talking about a
enough
quarterback
to beat
who's never been here. So, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to dust off all his
But
nerves
his
and all
coach has
that
been
bullshit.
there. His coach
in the end, I think Buffalo will
His
have
coach is a
enough to beat
bum.
them,
He got
bro,
carried by
but
number 9.
all that Buffalo for sure. That's why I was like,
He ain't got number 9 this time, nigga. That defense was good long before Sean Payton got there, nigga. Let's not
what
do
does that mean? So what? So
No, I was saying that in
They
response
can't
to what
get
Coop
better?
had just said.
Oh,
No, I was
That
saying that in
defense
response to what
wasn't
Coop
really
just
shit.
said about the defense, because
that
didn't
defense
say
wasn't
that's not because of
like
Sean
that.
Payton.
I didn't say nothing about their defense. I didn't say
My
nothing
bad.
about
Okay, my bad.
That
Ragu
was-
mentioned the
that was JC.
defense. And you said
I
Sean
didn't say nothing about
Payton.
their defense.
So I'm saying the defense was already good without Sean Payton. That bum got carried by number 9. So I don't believe in that nigga like that.
JC. You called Knicks a bum in the early part of the season, bro. You gotta cut the bum talk. I don't like Sean Payton either, bro. But that team is in the off. They're in the off, bro. You gotta.
Man, I'm not saying Bo is a bum, but I also don't think he's as good as the media portraying him either.
What about the numbers?
The numbers?
Yeah.
Some
Numbers.
bad. He played some bad teams. You know what I'm saying? Defense was, able to get him the ball a few extra times.
All right, man.
But he's in
he's in 400 yards and 4 touchdowns as well.
Look, he's in the offs. I don't take that from him. This the first time they've been in the offs in God knows how long, probably since Peyton was there. So I give it to him. Like, I don't got a problem with Bo. Like, Bo straight. I said I was wrong about him at the top of the season.
He did mention that,
but yeah, like, ain't nothing happening in this Bills game.
We'll see.
That's definitely going on my parlay ticket.
I agree.
Have fun losing.
Honestly, I feel the opposite of how Marvin and Ragu feel. Sorry. I feel like this is not a trap game. Bo Nix has shown throughout the season that he can be inconsistent. Like, he'll come off one week looking like having a great game, and then come back, the next week and then have a game like the Colts where he threw like 3 interceptions. I don't have faith in Bo Nix. I feel like he will make rookie mistakes in the playoff game.
Hell, even that Browns game, like, he got a lot of help from Winston. Like, that wasn't because of Bo.
I'm just not so. I don't think the Broncos offense will move down the field the way y'all think will happen. I think the Bills win comfortably in this game.
So we got 2 Bills. I don't think Ragu said he was picking the donkeys. He was leaning towards it, but I know Coop got the donkeys. Jerry, who you rolling? Well, Jerry, you said the Bills. So we just waiting on Ragu whenever he gets back.
I wonder what the spread is in that game.
I seen it last night. I think it was like 8.5 or something like that.
Call me crazy.
Let me look again.
That's how
They
like
they disrespected y'all too, cool.
Who
To where I took the clip.
what disrespected who? What happened?
Vegas disrespected y'all.
The Steelers?
Yep.
No, they didn't.
They did, bro.
Bro, listen to me. Them niggas. I hope we talk about them next.
We are. Well, I don't know. Well, let me see. Is that next? Yep, y'all next. We'll talk about that in a second. 8.5, J. Will, for the Donkeys.
Damn.
give me the over. Don't care. Give me the over. I'll take that spread.
Like for the Donkeys or the Bills? Like
Let the Bills win over by the
by
Bills
more
win-
than double digits, basically.
basically, yeah. I'll
Okay.
take it comfortably.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think that game's gonna be much of nothing.
All right. All right.
Cool. Don't put that on your ticket.
I feel like y'all speaking way too highly of the Broncos right now. It's not.
I can't wait until next Tuesday.
We'll get Ragu's pick when he come back. So we'll go. Oh, there you go. Oh, he on the phone. Ragu, you with us? Is your you on mute? Is your official pick the Donkeys? Because I don't think you ever quite said that you was picking them. You was just kind of giving another perspective.
Yeah, I just said it was a bad draw for Broncos. I mean for Buffalo. Y'all hear me, right?
Yeah, we hear you.
And I think
Okay, so I'm
at
glad
the
I
end
didn't
of the
assume
day-
and make your pick for you. So go.
I think at the
go.
end of the day, Buffalo will end up having enough to beat them, but it's not going to be no walk in the park. It's a bad draw for the reasons Coop said, and because Denver's a cold weather, even snow team themselves. So, yeah, man. Defense, they play good defense. They're going to have a plan. Vance Joseph and, Sean Payton, they're going to have a good plan, bro. And that's what January football comes down to, man. Weather and having a good plan. So I think McDermott and them will have enough to win a close one. So I'm picking the Bills.
All right, let's go. Steelers in Baltimore. Like I said, y'all got disrespected, Coop. They said that y'all are gonna lose by double digits.
I'm taking that +9.
I did too. I think y'all gonna lose, but I am gonna take the clip though.
Hey, I ain't asked you who you think was going to win.
I mean, we giving our predictions, ain't we, nigga?
Steelers. Oh my God, bro. I think Crumble should call you guys for an ad, the cookie ad.
And Coop, let me say this
This is
because let me preface by saying this. Because I had y'all as an X factor at one point, if you remember, right, in the playoffs. I just think, just like the Eagles last year, it is one of the worst things that can happen is you go into the playoffs losing. And I'm not just saying the last game for the season. I think if y'all like on a 4 or 5 game losing streak, if I'm not mistaken, and that is the worst way you want to go into the playoffs. And that's not something that you just try to pick up against a thirsty team for a Super Bowl like Baltimore. Exactly. So, especially a team that's extremely familiar with you, just like y'all are with them as well. But
this is why I didn't want to play them the third time. I didn't.
Yeah. So, so I got Baltimore, but I do think it's going to be a good enough game for y'all to at least cover the spread. And
so, if I'm right, they did split, right? Cool. You guys split with them, and
they split.
Yeah. So, this is going to be the Ravens, man. I don't know about the double-digit bull jive. That's just a Vegas trap because they beat them fairly soundly last time, so they think that people gonna bite on that. Pause. But I got the Ravens pulling this one out. Pause.
Damn, Ragu.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he may be right about the pausing with Ragu. I don't know. I feel like
he had a couple of them right there.
It ain't me, Jay Will. See, I be trying to tell him.
What he say? What Jay Will say? What you say?
Well, we had a conversation, last week about who started the whole pause thing. We said
who did. Greg Goose part of the pause.
You said it was me.
Yeah, it was
Who was blaming you? And I don't know. It's kind of
Coop is big cap, Jay Will. That's all.
No, there's no cap on my head at all. No, it wasn't me. That was Greg Goose started that shit.
Nah, I don't think I started it, bro.
Ragu is.
You know what?
Ragu is an East Coast nigga at heart, but he did not start
elevated that motherfucker.
I can attest to that.
You elevated it though. Like,
all right.
JC, you remember that? You remember that Notorious movie, JC?
My bad, Dre and Jay. I know y'all probably a little too young for that one. That's before y'all time.
I can roll with that, Coop. I can roll with that. Like if you started it and then I do that.
All right, we need our predictions from the youngsters, man.
I'm gonna take Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Baltimore. I just feel like the way the Steelers kind of ended the year on a sour note just kind of leaves.
They just I feel like they have no momentum going in.
If it wasn't for that, Coop, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be a nail biter. I'd be over here like, man, I don't know, but
like they're coming in like
y'all ended just the same way the Eagles did last year.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. All y'all can kiss my ass. I'm gonna pick my squad. Fuck that. Nah.
Of course you are.
So you broke the unanimous.
I gotta roll with my boys.
I wasn't even finna ask you, Coop. I knew who you was riding with.
Thank you for that. So don't text me Saturday. Don't none of y'all text me Saturday. Just so you know.
Had they beat you guys.
Oh, y'all play Saturday?
Yeah, we play Saturday night at 8. Yep.
Hey, I agree with you, Ragu. If Baltimore would have swept y'all, I probably would have been a little more nervous because we talked about how hard it is to beat a team 3 in a row in the same season.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Especially a team like
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Make it like it's me. No, Jay Will, they trying to make it like it's me, bro.
Jay Will was about to pause.
Look, I saw Jay Will like me.
Jay Will was thinking about that.
Hey, we might have to get one of them Dame Dash pause buttons on the show.
Yeah, we gotta do some sound effects.
That was funny right there.
Let's go. Last but not least in the AFC. This is probably gonna be the most entertaining one to me. You got the Chargers in Houston.
That is interesting.
Damn, that's crazy. And the Chargers just added Zeke Elliott.
That means absolutely nothing.
That is crazy.
That means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just because they added Zeke, I'm gonna pick the Houston.
He'd probably be lucky to get 5-6 snaps. He's lucky to get 5-6 snaps, nigga.
I am gonna pick Houston plus the 3.
Just because he on the roster, nigga? Damn.
On the roster, nigga. Yep.
I feel like the Chargers played extra hard against a depleted Raider team just so they can avoid going to Baltimore and playing against brothers and in the cold. And because of that, I hope like hell.
Well, for the mean scary.
Houston, Texas. Hey, man, I'm just saying. I'm hating.
You rolling with her? I thought you
and I'm going with Houston. I'm going with D'Amico as well. So
it's possible they can see each other next round, though. We can still see the brothers, right?
Nah, nigga.
So that's what I'm saying. Get it over with. Anyway. But it stems from the Chiefs doing what they did. That's who really needs to be called out on the carpet. You guys are afraid of Burrow. Everybody knows. Nobody. You're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anyone.
Man, you assuming Burrow's defense would have had enough to even get to the Chiefs.
Hey, they was like, we gonna take care of that. Chiefs like, we gonna make sure. It ain't gonna,
what we doing, Jay?
I never root for an AFC South team if that's not the Colts in the playoffs because I want to keep it where the Colts are the only team in that division who has a championship. With that being said, I'm just not confident in the Texas offense. Once again, they're beaten up. They lost a couple people. Stroud has kind of, looked underwhelming at times. I'm just not confident that he can, pull it off and beat the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chargers.
I think CJ's gonna be fine. I just think like at some point it gets overwhelming, man. You can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of his receivers missed any less than 4 games this year. Like his top 3 receivers. So that's tough. That's a tough ask. That being said, I'm with you in the car. I think and it's Harbaugh's, first time back. Like they're not gonna let him go out in the first round. So, yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers on that one. Not to mention, Herbert should be extremely thirsty to get his first playoff win and get himself out of a certain tier of a conversation. And if he loses this, then yeah, it's a whole nother dialogue going on. So he got to take care of business. There's no excuse, in my opinion, there's no excuse for him to lose this game.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He really shouldn't.
That way I don't hear no more of that gay shit. How many playoff wins did he win? You hear that shit no more.
Who you got, Coop?
And what? This game?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know this probably the hardest one for me in the AFC. Pause.
Who's picking this game? Listen, I'm not picking this game.
I mean, it ain't like you betting on it, nigga. Just, if somebody twist your arm, who you fate of humanity's in your hands, who you pick?
Break that shit. I need a few weeks off work. I don't give a fuck. Twist the arm. I don't know.
It's just a split even
Yeah,
game.
some cojones, nigga. Pick a team.
God. I'm gonna roll with Herbert.
Dre?
I'm taking the Chargers.
What?
You see the role
Come
that
on, I'll
they've
change
been
that
on.
shit now.
You see the role that they're on.
Give me the Texans.
Like you said, Herbert wants that playoff win bad.
I don't like
Who
the
was
same.
wolfing?
I don't like the same pick this nigga. No, fuck that. Give me
That's crazy.
the Texans.
That's
And
not,
that would
this
be-
isn't the first time I picked them.
Ragu, did you pick Houston?
Yes, I did.
Houston,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool. So at least it's not unanimous. All right.
I got Houston too. Fuck that shit.
Damn. All right, let's go to the NFC, man.
Houston about to be tough.
I ain't gonna lie. During the season, I kept saying the AFC was probably gonna be more entertaining.
And
than
I
the
told you a few
playoffs.
weeks ago that NFC.
Yeah, I didn't realize how wrong I was, boy.
that NFC about to be.
I'm
hard.
scared to bet on all three of these games in the NFC. That's how
He
you
said on
know.
all three.
I'm not.
All three of y'all.
I know who I'm picking. All three.
All right, let's hear it. Let's go Green Bay and Eagles. This is probably the scariest one to me. When I do my parlays, I'm not touching this game.
Ooh.
Yeah, because the Eagles did get at them early in the year.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not.
But with Alexander
that was the game Love got hurt, if I remember correctly.
and with Jay Alexander out for the year,
Oh, he's out?
they ain't got no secondary, so I'm going with the Eagles. Man.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know he was out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Philly.
That's a big change.
Yeah, I'm going Philly on that one.
That's
Even though I'm rooting for Love, man. I want him to get that. I feel like he got one deep playoff run in him, man. And I know how hard it is to win back-to-back seasons.
I think he's gonna have plenty of opportunities. It's not his time right now.
Okay, that's fair.
I think it's the Eagles.
It's hard though, man. The window's only open for so long.
It
building
is.
a team,
It is.
you know what I mean?
It's gonna definitely be open for a minute.
This nigga Ragu, man.
And,
Yeah, it's
I see what you mean,
Hell, I
Jay Will.
can't even say that word when I think that way.
nigga, where you really from?
Hey, Coop, I got a question unrelated to football, real quick.
What's up?
If Ragu was from New York, what borough is he from?
That nigga's from the Bronx. he will be one of the coolest Bronx niggas I ever met. Promise you.
Yeah.
Because he just got the swag like a Bronx nigga.
All right, well, F it. Let's go down the line then. What about me?
You'll be from my hood. You'll be from Brooklyn.
Jay Will?
Man.
I don't see Northern Trade in. I don't even know why you said my
Oh
name.
man, no, Jay Will, because Jay Will's smart though. You know
Jay
why?
Will be from the city.
I think he'll be from like the
And I feel like I know what he gonna say for Dre, but go ahead with Dre.
Long Island nigga.
Where's all the Dominicans or Puerto Ricans that spit
He
at?
said Long Island.
They everywhere, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I-
They could be anywhere from Harlem, Spanish Harlem.
Oh damn.
You got a certain spot in Brooklyn for him. Jay
I
a
got
Long Island
He's
nigga
from
though.
Long Island, man. Yeah, he actually.
Jay a Long Island nigga. He ain't in the boroughs like that.
Damn.
He from I'm gonna tell you this though. This
Niggas
gonna
said
be a
on
hot
Brooklyn though. That's
take.
crazy.
This gonna be a hot take. Isaiah would definitely be a fucking Harlem nigga. For real.
Harlem?
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see
But
that.
ain't the Harlem niggas like flashy and flamboyant?
And
type
too
stuff?
crazy, right? And they crazy.
Yeah, and crazy.
They do all
Right.
this. They do all this
Right.
talking. That's
Okay.
what I would definitely.
Okay. The energy is Harlem.
The energy is way up.
So if he was just a little more of a pretty boy, it would be the perfect profile.
I ain't gonna say all that.
Harlem, that's what they known for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Outside looking in, that's what I've always known Harlem to be. But my bad. Back to regular schedule programming. Did everybody get a pick for Green Bay Eagles?
Green Bay. I
Nah.
mean, Philadelphia.
Philly. I'm going Philly. Coop going Philly. Jay.
Look, I think people also need to recognize is that Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol. It's not 100% that he even plays because of that. But
That
if-
changes a lot for
but
sure.
even if he does play, for some reason I'm feeling real upsetty about this one. I'm not gonna. I think I may have to go with Green Bay on this one.
Now you see why I said I ain't touching this game?
Yeah, I feel like Jordan Love can have a potential to have a big game for the Packers. You know, I can see it all aligning, and you know, once again, the Eagles kind of like they just don't deliver like they should in the postseason.
I mean, that being
But
said,
what about him, Jay Will? Did Jordan Love, isn't he a little nicked up or
Yeah, he a
something?
little banged up too.
I don't know.
Yeah, he banged up.
Malik Willis finished that game.
He fucked his
Yeah.
elbow up. That's what I'm saying. He messed his elbow.
I mean, but here's the thing, Jay. As a Rams fan, because the only team in the playoffs right now that I fear, especially in the NFC, is Philly. I mean, I do hope that
But talk like a
Beat-
professional, man. Not as a Rams fan. As a professional.
as a professional, I pick Philly, but I hope they lose so I ain't got to deal with them niggas. Take them out so I ain't got to see them. Because I ain't scared of
Take the
nobody
Eagles
else.
out. Is it because of how they came out here and did you on Sunday night? About
That's
2
part
months
of
ago?
it. That's part of it. I mean, you,
Pause. Yeah. See? Yeah, Mark. Yeah. See?
Nigga,
Yeah.
you just said
As I was
Trying to act
saying,
like it's just me.
Oh, the way
As
they
I
did
was
it,
saying-
the way they did you Sunday night, that didn't sound wild.
we gave up.
That was on you, man.
We gave up 250 to the running back. So yes, that is enough to be scared of a nigga. But outside of that, I also said about that game was that was probably one of the only times this season that I looked at the team across from us and just straight up said, you know what? Y'all are better than we are. Y'all were better than us, and that's why y'all won that game. That's the only game this season I said that about another team. So that's why I kind of, have a little fear for Philly than anybody else. I'm not even scared of Detroit, who won 15 games, because we lost to them in effing overtime, and Puka and No Boom and all type of niggas went out. So, yeah, Green Bay, please do work, but I do got Philly. Is that it as far as that game?
Yeah. I did not say. So if both of them don't play,
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm going with my boy Malik and my boy Josh. The upset.
I feel like this game. I feel like this
Okay.
game is a tricky one, even if everybody was healthy. But I think because of the health conversations, it makes it even more tricky. And this is probably a game that we probably should discuss like Friday, Saturday, and we'll probably have a more concrete answer on it. But for the sake of us doing the
We
preview
see
today,
the more final injury report.
right, exactly. This is something like how Follow from Burners. Why y'all talk on Thursday or Friday when everything is, what I'm saying, more set in stone.
Yeah.
See who missed practice throughout the week and all that shit.
But I will say I made
Right around the
my
show. But yeah.
pick based on that they are both going to be healthy. I know what I said about Jalen Hurts, but even if they both are healthy going out, I still like the Packers. For the upset.
Fair enough. So we got 3 Packers, 2 Philly.
No. Oh, Dre, you said Packers
I
too?
said
No.
Philly.
He said Green Bay. Yep.
Oh, he said
Wait, who
Philly.
said Philly?
No, I said Philly.
Oh, you said Philly.
Yeah, I
Oh,
said
my bad,
Philly.
my bad. I thought you
Three
said
and
You
two.
said Philly too? God damn it!
Hey, I've been up at 3 a.m. every day, bro. I'm probably hallucinating.
Hey.
Drake said Philly. I gotta change that shit, man.
This nigga a hater.
Motherfucker, with you. I'm gonna roll with Philly because of the experience as well.
All right, let's go. Washington and Tampa Bay. It's gonna be a good one, but you know I'm rocking with my guy J5. You know what I'm saying? Pop your spit, Jaden. You know what I'm saying? DC in the building. That's
First
the
playoff
fam.
game.
Shout out to the fam. You know what I
It's gonna
mean?
be a good game.
I love you, Bake Show, but I got to ride with the fam on this one. You know, unfortunately, that was how the matchup happened.
Man, I feel like, first of all, I don't like giving credit where it's due to LSU players, especially LSU QBs, for the obvious reason. I think this is going to be a game where Baker and, Jaden Daniels, they both play exceptionally well. But like when it comes when the game is on the line, when the game is on the line, every single season, or every single game, Jaden Daniels has shown me that I can trust him in these late games.
Close a game. Yeah.
I know it's a playoff. I know he hasn't played a game, but I am really confident in him coming into this game. With that being said, I do have the Commanders, but in the close one.
And I'm with you, Jay. I feel like Jaden don't even know what the F of playoffs is. Like this one be another game for this nigga. Yeah. You remember Donovan Mitchell first time in the playoffs, and you know what I'm saying, niggas had all that talk like, maybe he's gonna be nervous. It's the first series. I feel like that's gonna be Jade in this game. Like I don't even know what that spit is, nigga. Let's play football. Coop, Ragu, Dre.
I'm taking Washington as well. I'm excited. Kind of like Jay Will said. It is his
I don't
first.
like you having my picks, nigga.
No, he
make me nervous.
Jaden Daniels, man, this is his first playoff game, but he's not looking at it like that. He's looking at this as like
head ass nigga. I don't like that shit, man. I'm gonna drop a dime.
Drop a dime.
Ragu, who you got, Ragu?
Man, I like the Commanders, but I don't like the unanimous in the room.
I'm going with Bake Show. I'm going with Ty Bowles, man.
Yeah, it
I can see it either way. I can definitely see it either way. This is going to be a good game.
Where it's going to come down
to
whoever has the ball last is going to win it.
I'll be surprised if anybody just jumps out here on that one.
Yeah,
and blows somebody out. So yeah, bro. What's the spread on this, JC? You got it right there. You see the line?
What that got to do with anything?
I want to see what they think gonna happen.
Man, we wouldn't hear Ray the Ragu pick.
Yeah,
but for anybody interested, Tampa is favored by 3.
Tampa favored. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay, man.
And that's probably only because they at the house.
It's not an upset per se, but I'm gonna go with Tampa, the more experienced quarterback here. J5 will be back many times, though.
Yeah, it will be. JC, I see what you mean. Like some of these games, it's hard to even touch because it's like
for sure.
I don't think
who I'm going with the last game. I don't
think I'd touch that one. I wouldn't.
Yeah, GA.
I feel like all the NFC games are like
Rams.
Like don't touch those. Pause. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro.
Well, yeah.
But I'm betting anyway because scary money don't make no money. But
exactly,
Yeah, did everybody pick on this one?
Yep.
Last but not least, man, guys, we made it, baby. Talk to me.
Give it the Rams. Straight up. I think they're getting 1 right now, but
that's just the team you don't.
Yeah, they got this like as a pick 'em basically.
I think it's gonna go up.
For who?
I think it's gonna go up. Well, I think it's gonna go up 2 more points. It's gonna be like a 3-point spread.
Nah, hell no.
The way I look at it,
the Rams, man,
it's gonna be a bomb game, just like it was the first time we played them.
It's too much experience going on, man.
Yeah,
I want to preface by saying y'all do know that there's only 2 teams in the whole entire season that beat the Vikings, And y'all want to guess who one of them was?
Y'all.
So I don't know if that matters, but
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
a
throwing
matter.
I'm just throwing that fun fact out there.
What do you think it means?
I feel like it could go either way. The Rams could feel confident, like we're one of the
That's
only
somebody trying to
teams
see.
who figured out the formula to beat these niggas. And Minnesota could be set tripping, like, man, hold
You
up.
want to know when y'all beat them? When y'all was banged up. So imagine having a healthy squad.
That's a fair point.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think it
that's what
goes
I told
to
you. I told you a few episodes ago, did I not say that when y'all beat when y'all broke that undefeated streak, I was like, them niggas is something to watch out for. Did I not say that?
you did.
Wait a minute. O'Connell is McVay little homie?
Who?
The coach of Minnesota is come from McVay?
I've heard that before, that he was a part of the McVay tree.
Yeah, he does. So, that's why. That's why y'all are a tough draw for them. Oh, all right. Wow. And they got to come to you to
They
LA.
coming to SoFi, yep. How you win 14 games and you got
And
to
have
go
to
on the
play
road?
on the road.
That's fucked up.
great.
That's your reward for
That's
winning
tough.
14 games. You got to go on the road.
That's a tough road to the Super Bowl, bro. You know, even if they win this game, they're not gonna win no Super Bowl coming across the country like that. Anyway,
But Sam Darnold is familiar with LA weather.
Well, not this time.
LA, there's no weather to be familiar with. JC, it feels great out here. What do you mean?
Atmosphere. Is that better?
This one is.
I'm scared to ask this question.
Telling you,
If
the
I'm from
NFC
LA
ones is tight, man.
If I'm from LA, where would I be from? Like, if I'm from Cali, where am I from?
Hold on. So me and Ragu got to answer that.
Oh shit!
All right, let me answer this.
Yeah, let's get this out the way. Because I need to think, too.
That's tough.
Y'all know who I got this
Because
game,
nobody
but-
wants to see the Rams in the postseason right now.
Man, I don't want to hear that spit, Dre. Pick a team, nigga. I must spit
I'm
you was
going with the
talking.
Rams.
I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't even want you picking my team, nigga. Go me.
I knew,
It was better.
because
It was better when you. It was better when you was set tripping, nigga, because we won. Don't pick us, nigga.
No, because no one wants to see y'all in the postseason right now.
You always repeat.
I should play that K Dot. They not like us. They not like us.
Niggas always repeat what I say.
What you thinking, Jay?
Well, they got Jared Verse. Like, you just don't want to mess with him.
Hey, I noticed y'all
They're
niggas been
healthy.
stumped on these NFC matchups. Y'all AFC, y'all had answers quick.
Honestly, I feel like this one. I feel the most confident in. Honestly,
I told you who I.
In this game?
yeah, I feel like this is one of those games where, kind of like what y'all said, it's kind of a bad matchup for the Vikings. I can see
terrible matchup for
I can see Sam Darnold going out there and just pooping the bed. Like, I would not be that surprised.
I mean,
That's what I'm thinking,
Hold
Jay
on,
Will.
hold on. Our DBs is not like that. Our DBs is not like that. So
Just saying, man. It's Sam Darnold. And
now,
I'm a Sam Darnold
as
guy.
far
I
as
love-
versing them, they might get after him. Yeah, like that might be a problem.
Yeah,
But
with
that's
that
on the
being
line,
said,
though.
I'll take the Rams. If the
And you
spread
said
is
you were
over-
the most confident in this
out of the NFC matchups, yes,
because it's Sam Darnold.
yes, and that it's just a
So
bad.
14 wins later, and you still looking at him like before
we
the
can,
season.
Dave, we can talk about how many games the team has won, but I also feel like matchups matter a lot. You can't always just look at the record,
But time out though. Hold on, time out. I'm gonna pull a page out Tyrell's book. You saying your DBs are not like that? How many receivers has got over 100 yards playing y'all?
Playing us.
Yeah, because I kind of
Well,
remember.
I
you saying
feel
the
like
same-
our defense has been good, but I mean, first of all, if you remember, this nigga Jennings was looking like effing. I don't even know who's the. I mean, Randy Moss. I don't know. Remember when he had 3 catches, 3 touchdowns for 100 something? Jennings did that to us. So, and that had nothing to do with. We were beat up, but not as our DBs. It's the same DBs we had, if not better, because we had Trey Wright back then.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't trust our DBs, but I do trust our front seven to give our DBs enough time to at least try to hang with them, because our front seven has been awesome this year, for sure. Syke has been balling. Verse is probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year more than likely. What's the nigga name? Spates. He's been good, especially for an undrafted free agent. What's that nigga name? Roseboom. Like they've been solid. So I'm confident. Front seven is probably one of the, and the receivers are probably the least of my worries, but the DBs is still shaky outside of Darius Williams. But I mean, I ain't got to say my pick. I know where I'm rolling.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking the Steelers didn't draft Omar.
Nobody drafted him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why did y'all let this man go and draft it? Stupid.
Dre, I peeped that. That's crazy.
Ragu, did you pick or am I tripping?
Or nah, I didn't, man. I didn't pick yet. This one is, I'm struggling with that one. I'm like Jay Will. I could perfectly see Sam coming out here and just turning into a pumpkin at midnight type shit. And if McVay and O'Connell used to coach together, he went to coach there, and I think that is the case. That means he knows him. You know, he knows tendencies. He tends to know what he's thinking as a coach. It's gonna be a real even type game.
Yeah, he like, I taught you everything you know, not everything I know.
Then you got the experience of you guys as quarterback, Stafford. So this is a trap game. Minnesota won all these games all this year. People think it's an automatic win coming out here to play the Rams.
They have it as a pick'em. So
plus, this is Sam Darnold's first game starting in the playoffs, I believe, as well.
I'm struggling with this one, man.
Wow.
Some is telling me Rams. Some is telling me Rams, but I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Yeah, you got to break unanimous, man. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
Can't pick the Rams.
He don't want the unanimous.
Yeah, and you on there for this anyway, man. Yeah, I'm glad you did that. So, yeah.
Or some is telling me. Anyway, man.
Yeah, man. So I can't wait to see y'all next week.
Yeah, stamp my invitation. I will be here next week.
He's making show niggas don't have to take a full house.
Win or lose.
Coop, as I was thinking about it, LA isn't really borough kind of, you know what I'm saying, constructed. I think it's more like you got the city, then you got, you know, Long Beach, then you got the Valley, then you got the IE. So it would have to be a certain area.
You know, my uncle, I told you I got people out in Pasadena, right? I asked my uncle the same.
Yeah, and then you got Dina. It's exactly. It's all these different cultures.
He said, "You're not an LA nigga. You're not a West Coast."
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. To answer your question on that,
he really said that to me. He's like, "Hey, you're not cutthroat to be a West Coast nigga."
If I had to pick though, Ragu, I think I would go Dina or Long Beach for Coop.
I feel like Coop would be more Long Beach.
So I know Coop.
Wait, so y'all
The city.
y'all put me in the hood? No,
I didn't put you in the hood.
put me in the suburbs.
I did. Well, I don't know, because Dina got some effed up areas too. But
I'm a suburban nigga now.
well, you know what? Because Watts niggas is known as being like kind of grimy. South Central, yeah, okay. So I'm trying to
Lawson.
So we ain't saying hood, what neighborhood, what?
Nah, yeah, Ragu, that's exactly what I was thinking, because I wasn't trying to go hoods. I was trying to think cities.
Right. He LA niggas to me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he from the South LA, man.
And that's what
I was sitting there trying to say, like, where Coop, like, saying, like, he from. He might be.
I could see Dina.
The only reason why I said Brooklyn for you is because the way you rap.
You heard me rap.
Yeah, I seen video. It's like a couple years ago. I seen that video. So
This nigga was looking at my archives and shit. I didn't even know you niggas knew I
Hey,
rap.
yeah,
bro, you
I did. I peeped it because I'm like, why is this nigga talking to me about hip hop all the time? I was like, he must
I need
rap.
to investigate.
I was like, he rap. I was like, he got to be a rapper.
Man, I've been retired for like 5 years, bro.
But you got bars though, and then the way you be like quoting shit, you be putting this shit together. I was like, okay, this nigga.
I say Coop is from LA and he from like 30s.
Right, Drew, I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like if you were from like the South region, man, I feel like 100% you'd be like a Louisiana, New Orleans type guy. Like,
That's what's up.
That's interesting.
Really?
That's what's up.
Like 100%, I see it.
he said, really?
If I did not know you were from Cali, I would 100% think you're from like Louisiana, man.
That's the truth because I met this cat from Louisiana, my people's dude. And man, me and him hit it off like a motherfucker. He didn't even like my people that I was with. But yeah, so you might be right about that, man. You might be on to something.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all might think this is weird. Tanner would be from Queens. Just how fucking cool he is.
Who?
Tanner, you said
Tanner
Tanner's
would be a
Queens?
Queens nigga. Tanner would definitely be a Queens nigga. Like,
Really?
I mean, but Tanner really don't count because he's an East Coast nigga. Like,
is he?
yeah, he like, if I'm not mistaken, he from
I thought he was from Florida.
both. But
That's South.
he's mainly East Coast culture.
That's South.
He's mainly East Coast culture though. I don't remember if it was Pittsburgh or
Pittsburgh. Yeah, he is from Pittsburgh.
or somewhere not Philly, but
He is from
he's
Pittsburgh.
East Coast culture.
Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh because
He's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So
still my nigga though. I wish he was from
he live in Florida. That's where he at now, but he's East Coast nigga.
Yeah, he's still my nigga. I still wish he was from New York.
Ragu, I'm thinking San Fernando for Jay Will.
Jay Will?
Yeah.
I know where that is too, man. That's crazy. I got a couple of people in California, man.
Oh, you know about San Fernando?
I only know I know like two spots like that's not like of course like the LA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got people a place called Vallejo. I believe that's how it's
Well, that's the
pronounced.
Bay.
Yeah, that's nowhere near LA.
Yeah.
All right, I got Jay Will as one of them type of cat.
I'll say Silmar to be exact.
Nah, you gonna catch Jay Will like on in West LA, bro.
Yeah.
With the you know what I mean? Over there by UCLA.
Well, I thought you was gonna say over there by Bishop Blake types.
Nah, he stay over there. He stay over there by UCLA, man. Like I not quite up that far though, but on that side, man. Jay will go to.
That's like damn near Beverly though at that point.
But on the other side of Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spencer James.
It's nice over there. Don't get me wrong. He off Jay Will like off Bundy or somewhere slipping like with a. If he was in LA, I don't know who he messed with now. But if he was in LA, he'll definitely have like a little Mexican girl,
That nigga said,
white girl over there in West
Bundy.
LA.
And I can't break my culture. I'm one of those where it's like if it ain't black, native, I ain't.
Okay, if you like that, then all right, you ain't from West LA then. So all right, Jay Will is another South LA nigga that grew up in the trenches, seen it all, and don't mess with it. But everybody cool with Jay Will and respect Jay Will for what he is. So yeah, he's a straight LA nigga. He might live in my hood. Jay Will, we got guys like Jay Will in my hood. We ain't gonna let nobody mess with him, none of that either. We gonna respect that but he's seen it all.
I heard so many places. I'm trying to figure out if that a compliment or not. I don't know what's going on.
That's a compliment, bro. You from LA? You from the South LA? but you are anti the stereotype of the South LA Cat.
I think you could say that about Jay Will. Where he from?
That nigga Dre, you actually from out here, Andre.
Need
I was about to ask
act like he from Boston.
If he from Boston, where would I be from? But I was gonna ask this nigga.
Dre wish he was from Boston. Though.
Yeah, he do. All right, real quick, man. I know it's gonna be real quick predictions because I know we've been here for a minute. Ohio State, Oregon. I mean, my bad. Ohio State, Texas. I'm tripping.
Ohio State, baby.
Oh, State.
I think me and Coop talked about this a lot on his podcast. Go check his out. With that being said, I got Texas still same ballpark as yesterday. I'm still thinking like 34-27. I got faith in Texas. I know a lot of people don't, but I got
Look at this nigga Jay.
You mean look at that big ass nose in the camera and shit.
it's funny though, because I feel like if I tell Dre to name 5 Ohio State players, I don't know if he could give me those 5 names though.
He gonna Google it.
I ain't gonna put him on the spot though, but
Don't do him like that.
Nigga Ragu, you just did him like that. What you mean?
I didn't hit him with no name 5 players.
Oh, but you hit him with tell me why they gonna beat this team. Like what you say?
Because he said it too fast, bro. He was like Buffalo for sure. You know what I mean? And I don't even like the Donkeys, but still, like,
Man, that
it's a
motherfucker
sports
is a
show,
beat.
bro. I want him to elaborate on this point, on his take.
I gotta
But
go.
with that said,
Hold on,
man,
Ragu,
this is
no,
Ohio.
I'm
See,
still
everybody,
tripping. Go ahead.
everybody
Go
is
ahead.
looking at how Ohio State did Oregon. Texas is not necessarily Oregon, right? So,
I mean, Oregon was only the best team in the league all year.
Undefeated.
they had beat Ohio State previously, yeah, and yeah.
No, it wasn't close this time.
We about to
Just
show
'cause
y'all
they
how to
ranked
play
one
some
don't
Big
make
Ten
sense.
football.
just because they ranked.
Mhm.
Oh, Coop, you a Texas fan?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying Ohio State gonna show them how to play Big Ten.
Oh, okay.
And Tyrell's going.
I'm going to say Texas, man.
Ooh,
Good
This
choice,
nigga
right?
Jay. Coop, who'd you pick on the show, man?
I got Ohio State. I got Ohio State by. It's gonna be Jay. What I say?
I think you were a little disrespectful on yours, if I'm not mistaken.
I was.
Yeah, you said like 21, about 21 or something like that.
Oh no! I think that was the Penn State game. I said 21.
Oh.
And then I'm like Dre on that next one. Penn State for sure.
I'm gonna be biased on this game and go Texas.
Oh, my bad.
I'll say like 31-21. And then yeah, we can go Notre Dame, Penn State.
The only reason why I picked
If Notre Dame lose, Tyrell gonna be up in here next week. I'm damn.
was the only reason why I picked them because I wanted to taunt the Georgia fans, but their luck has run out.
You did call it though, Coop.
Yep. Penn State will win this one.
you got.
Nah, I'm just hating on the Irish. They looked really good, I actually, in the last game they played. But yeah, I can't pick them though. My USC people would come after me. So yeah, Penn State.
I would never pick Petto State, so I'm gonna go Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I need before I make this decision. I need people to remember this is not a Brian Kelly team. This is a Marcus Freeman team. With that being said, all the narratives of Notre Dame's gonna flop, they may choke. That's over. This is a new head coach, new system. With that being said, I like Notre Dame to beat Penn State because I do not have faith that Drew Aller will not make mistakes in this game.
That's a good take, Jay.
And y'all said Dre win Penn State?
I was going with Notre Dame, but
Oh. That made me want to change my pick, but
motherfucker.
They to hit today because they kind of, you need some of your picks to hit, man.
They are.
All right. That being said, man, appreciate you, my brothers, man. Seems like this is probably a pretty long episode. I know we've been here at least over 3 hours.
This was fucking fun.
Yeah, man.
It's been nice.
It was our last time covering most of these teams, man. So it's about that time, man. It's time to gear up.
No.
National championship is in a couple weeks. We got the Super Bowl, what? Probably
In
about 3
February?
weeks. Yeah. So it's about that time, man.
It's
our
so
favorite
sad
time of the year.
because it's ending.
Already almost over, man. That's crazy, man.
Yep, and then I know we gonna have you covered, man, with the NFL recap and the we actually got 2 episodes coming to you this week, so be on the lookout for that. And make sure I continue to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's take this to the furthest extent. Our first episode of 25 is in the books. Happy New Year to all. And that being said, man, in McVay we trust. Go Rams, go Lakers, go Dodgers,
Go
Peace.
Patriots.
See
It's
y'all
gonna be
later.
all right, Raider Nation.